But
I'm disappointed. So last session, finally put an end to the Droakia arc, or return to Droakia arc, in which you guys defeated Ren, massacred his bird. I don't think that happened last session, but that's the ending of the arc.
yeah,
And then
climax.
I don't really know, because last session wasn't the end of the fight. I think the fight already ended last session. What did you guys do majority of last session?
The majority of
kind
last...
a lot of it was Drake playing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Drake stuff, that's for sure.
And a good chunk of it was also learning the stuff that we did from the investigations that had played out.
Yep. And kind of tying up loose ends with the whole...
And also dealing with whoever was blinded by the light.
That's true. Yep. Yeah. Drake learned that Aaron has very extreme ways of dealing with his dream of returning the Fae back to what it once was. Drake did not jive with that, after some internal conflict, of course, but after being told by the spirit of nature, the spirits of nature, that Mealifu would have probably valued a little more respect towards life and not as much massacre. So you decided to abandon him. He attempted to put you to sleep with the aptly named Sleeping Beauty Flower, which he did. But thankfully, the spirits that were piloting Mr. Leg's body felt that same kind of echo from the past of Mealifu's words as well, and decided that they couldn't just stand idly by, and sent you to the rest of the party with your new learned information.
Yes.
But I think he did tell that to the rest of the party, right?
I don't know if you had quite a chance to go into detail about it yet. You guys have pretty much just returned back to the mansion. I think Igneous and Felix are off.
I did one of those. I did one of those ones where I'm just like, this is what happened. I'm not going to spend 5 or 10 minutes trying to be like, so this happened, and he said this, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, the whole of the Holy Tribunal, minus those still on a mission, are back now, and you're just kind of coming down from the whole situation. I mean, it's a pretty exhausting thing overall, but you have time. There's nothing pressing on your guys' schedules. You don't know how long the rest of the party is going to take to come back. So it's just up to you guys what you're going to do with the free time that you have at the moment.
Drake would have tried to start the conversation probably even before we left, because I didn't have it just because Felina wasn't here. I was going to I was kind of telling everyone about what happened, I would turn to ask her and be like, I know that he sent you to watch over me to make sure that I was safe.
Say this is happening at the mansion.
But we can do that.
The hub of everything. You didn't quite have the chance to actually have a full conversation just because of how hectic things were. But now back at the mansion, before we go into that, what's the kind of what is everyone doing with this sudden downtime and kind of recuperation time immediately following this battle?
I mean, immediately after asking Jin what Saber asked, Saber's going to go take a nap.
Cat nap. All right.
Cat
nap.
Nap.
Right up back to your room. We haven't really gone into this before, but Saber, what does your room look like?
So Saber's room is mostly just. I mean, I feel like it's just like.
I would say that all rooms are pretty big, and you can decorate it whatever. I guess they were empty already.
Yeah, especially with that 6 months, there's definitely plenty of time for personalization.
We all need to provide Boston with a
room tour
layout of the room. It's a room tour episode. Like it's like the episode of My Hero Academia where they just went around showing each other's rooms.
Boston, we need a map.
Christian, what is your room like?
Yeah, so you might expect just like everyone else's room. Normal. Well, Saber's room is full of holes. because of the ODM gear constantly.
Yeah, there's not much drywall left. It's mainly just the framing of the house that's peering through the many holes. Has the dust been cleaned up, or is there just kind of like plaster dust all over the floor?
Oh, there's dust all over the floor.
Okay, it's a mess in there. Does Baby Saber sleep in like a regular bed? What's he got for that?
So he kind of made a pile out of like random clothes that he's just found, stolen, whatever.
I love that he's messy because he's like, was normal Saber like this, or is this specifically how
No,
Child Saber is?
specifically child Saber.
I love it.
That's great.
But no, Saber has, you know, assuming Felix does the laundry, has stolen some of the laundry at times.
Oh yeah, definitely. Felix definitely does the laundry for all of you. I don't know if, I mean, laundry in this situation and in this time is taking it out to
Exactly.
like a nearby river in a basket and using a washboard and then hanging them up to dry, which Felix obviously does for pretty much every one of you.
We need to get more help in the mansion.
So with
Yeah, he's kind of doing all the chores because the armors aren't exactly chore people. They like patrol the area to make sure no one's coming. So Felix does do all this, and yeah, Saber's just stolen some clothes out of the laundry basket.
He's taking them off the line specifically.
He combined.
But with those clothes, he's made himself a little cat bed.
Love it. Awesome. Yeah, so Saber goes back up into his room, stomps through the mess of debris on the floor, which Felix has offered to clean many times. But does Saber really care?
No.
Yeah, so almost in a refusal to clean it. This is his place now. There's almost like a path through the floor where you walk each time that has been freed of debris, leading pretty much right to the cat bed. And you curl up like a cat?
Exactly like that, yes.
Right back to bed, purring away. You weren't really hurt much, so this is more of a licking the blood off your paws, dreaming about whatever Saber would dream about situation, because you were pretty much fine the entire time.
Yeah, he was just running.
He's tired from running.
Yeah. Cleaning the blood beneath your beans, between your beans.
Got the zoomies, and now he's going to sleep. That's pretty much what happened.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anything else, Saber, or is he just sleepy time?
For Saber, it's sleepy time. For Lordak, it's definitely nap time.
Rendon is very much asleep.
Yeah,
Most
Lordak
of you
is
guys
definitely
take a long
exhausted.
rest.
He got knocked down twice. So.
Oh yeah. He has 2 levels of exhaustion. That's for sure.
So he'll take a full rest.
Yeah.
But like I said, real quick, he was okay to have that conversation.
Sure, yeah,
Drake would afterwards go to Esther and anyone else can be there, right? Like I would have it when.
Where are you having this
probably
conversation?
around.
Are you going to like go off to the side somewhere? Or is this just kind of like in the foyer of the house?
It's kind of in the foyer. It's in the foyer.
Aster, going into this house, what is Aster thinking? What is she kind of like? What's the expression on her face, and what is she kind of doing as she's seemingly been invited back to this team's headquarters after this battle? What's the kind of demeanor she has?
What's the house look like?
I mean, it's a big, like, classic, almost Victorian mansion. This is the house of some very important nobles to the local town. The local town no longer exists, though, and though it is well maintained, it is one man maintaining it, pretty much, with some help from the armors, which are these 4 guys that guard the place. Though some of it has succumbed to weathering. There's some vines and stuff on the outside, but it's a large mansion meant for like multiple. Like you could probably house 4 families in here comfortably, sort of thing.
I'm gonna be in awe.
And it is kind of surrounded by like forest. It's like within this clearing of forest. So it's very much like just holed away in nature, which would appeal to Aster.
It is also close to a cliff that leads to the ocean.
Yep, yeah, so you kind of have that like rushing wind sound and that salty smell in the air and a bit of a cool breeze that kind of blows through every now and then.
We never cleaned around the house like all like the dead and
There
whatnot.
is, yeah, unbeknownst to Aster, there is just an army of skeletons in the nearby town. But that's what the armor's job is, to fend them away.
I'm gonna go sightseeing outside.
Okay, so you're just kind of, you haven't gone in yet. You're just kind of walking around the outside and admiring all the nature.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And Drake, you see
And
this.
I would just, I would follow her behind, not like being sneaky or whatnot. But
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
just follow her.
Let me get some ambient sound for the background. Yeah, go ahead, Drake.
Esther,
Hello.
hi. There's just a quick matter I feel like we need to discuss.
Okay.
Now I know that, as I'm sure you're aware of, that I know, Aaron, that you were sent by him to help keep me safe and to watch over me. That is indeed true, right?
Yes, I was sent to make sure you're safe.
Okay. Now, I just want to get the sense, because I feel like I know that you're a good person, but I want to just get a more idea of where your ideals line. Are they aligned with Aaron's? Do you seek to return the Fae back to its natural state?
Well, the people did steal everything from us,
Okay.
and we had it first.
Well, I'm in agreement there, but how do you want to go about changing that? Do you want to take it back force by force like Aaron does?
Well, I
Yes.
would prefer not by force, but if that's what it comes down to, then I will have to be that way.
Esther, as I mentioned, I spoke to Mialafu, and she herself says that all life is precious to her. Even if that life may have taken something that belonged to others. And I think there's a way that we can reach and find this change without leading to such death and destruction. Don't you think?
That is what I hope for, but humanity isn't always so kind.
That is true. I've seen that. Well, what do you want to do? You know that I am against Aaron and his ideals. Do you plan on staying here, or are you going to leave? Know that if you stay here, right, you can't be in Legion with him.
Well, I still plan on protecting you. You still have the secret and are important. And I wish to do my duty in protecting you.
Mr. Chomp chuckles and goes, "Duty."
Thank you.
Sorry. There's you guys had a moment going on. That's my bad. And he grows back into your shoulder.
Thank you, Mr. Trump. It's all these people I feel like who are trying to help me and protect me. And still I don't feel like I quite deserve all of that.
maybe you don't, but you do have a connection. Which is important to us.
Yeah. It may not be necessarily about me, but it's about the knowledge and the power that I have.
Correct.
Well, I think, well, for now, I think we will appreciate any help that you can give. And I hope, like you said, that we can achieve that goal by more peaceful means. Okay?
Yes, that is what I would like. But again, humanity is a noise society.
Yes. Yes. Unfortunately, I know all too well. All right. Well, hope you enjoy your time here. Help me try to talk to Felix and see if there's any room for you. And poor
Okay.
man has a lot already, but I'm sure he loves the company. Would have more around.
Thank you.
I'll leave you to the exploring.
Farewell.
Okay, and I head back inside.
All right. Aster, where do you go off to?
The cliff and look at the ocean.
And what's being done with Mr. Legs? His body has been abandoned by those spirits, so it is just him now.
Oh gosh.
We're gonna have a tea party.
So are you kind of trailing him along?
Yeah, I'm gonna teach him some more English.
Okay. He still hasn't fully grasped how to walk with two legs. So oftentimes he'll try and stumble around because you can kind of tell that this body is able to go upright, but he'll kind of stumble over and fall to the ground and then just continue on all fours until someone helps him up. So during your guys' conversation, there was this sort of background noise of leaves crunching and stumbling as Mr. Legs is on all fours crawling behind. And he goes up to Aster and kind of leaps up and starts piggybacking on her back.
Okay, we're gonna go to the cliff, and I'm gonna make a table out of plants and vines and stuff.
Mhm.
And then we're just gonna sit there, and I'm gonna teach him some English.
Awesome.
So common.
What was the role we did last time to teach him?
Intelligence.
Did I make Mr. Legs do that role, or did I have the teacher do that
I
role?
think you had her roll it. I remember I was helping. So I think it was her. I think.
Yeah.
But it was more than just in one roll. I don't remember how many or which, if they were all different.
Cool. How long are you going to stay out here and teach him English, I guess, is the first question.
Till it's the sunset.
Okay, and right about now, I'm trying to remember the timeline that we have going here. There was a time jump, time change. Does anyone remember what time I said it was last time?
I think there was still 5 days or so left.
Oh, I mean daytime.
Time of the day.
Time of day is it?
Oh, time of the day it is. I think it was kind of morning, early afternoon. Something like that.
Okay, so are you just spending 8 hours with him outside?
Yeah.
Okay. I will allow 4 rolls, I suppose. And are you trying to teach him individual words, or are you kind of trying to give him more of a better grammatical understanding so he can kind of piece words together? What's the goal with these 4 lessons, I guess?
More piece words together.
Okay. So to kind of teach him a more broad understanding of language, the DC will be a little higher. So we're looking for a DC 16. So go ahead and roll 4 times. And
can you roll for me? My computer won't turn on.
oh, it's probably fully dead. Yeah, let me.
Yeah, it keeps turning on and then it will immediately die. So
It does that, yeah. Character sheet. And I think I just did straight intelligence last time. There's not really a good skill for teaching, is there?
Gives you the power of AI.
Mm.
I would think it would be a combination of wisdom and intelligence, but I don't know.
Yeah, I could see wisdom, but as far as the skills that Aster has, I don't think any of them really work for that. I think I would allow wisdom, though. Where'd she go?
Me?
Oh, there it is. Okay, I'll roll. We'll make it wisdom.
Okay.
Okay. So the first 2 hours miserable.
No.
He is just repeating "help friend" to you and nodding every time you try and tell something to him, and it pretty much goes nowhere. And he's more infatuated with like the tea that you've brewed, and keeps saying "help friend" and pointing at it. You finally get through that block though, and let's just go through these next rolls here. Cut this a little short.
Oh, no.
Okay, so he is going to talk like a caveman now, and predominantly use the words "help friend," though he has a few more words, and he's been listening to people. Like he's got. Oh wait, I have the rules I did written down here. Every 4 hours spent training, make intelligence check to teach. 1 ability score on a roll of 10 plus. Oh. Okay, no, that's different. That's for teaching. That's for training. That's for training him. So no
Stop, he's
words.
being sus.
Oh. Okay, I guess Felina, which words would you like to teach him? And then he will just supplement the rest with just like caveman speech. And you can do like multiple small words, or you can give him some like bigger.
Kill.
Okay, he knows the word kill now.
Oh. Kill friend.
Help kill
bro.
friend. And he knows his own name. I'll say that he knows that his name is Mr. Legs.
Okay, good.
Mr. Legs, help kill friend.
Alright. Another word?
Food.
Mr. Legs help kill friend for food.
Tired. Happy.
Okay, I think that will be enough there.
Okay.
Cool. And then in parentheses, I'll put caveman speech. Awesome. Okay. Drake, do you return back to the mansion?
Yeah, for right now. I'm going to. I do plan on going to visit my father and let him know. I'll probably do that more like tomorrow. Go tomorrow.
Okay. Christian, I think there's some sort of echoing on your end. I'm hearing like a garbling sound.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you doing when you return back to the house?
I think like everyone else, because I also have been through lots, I'm also going to take a nap. Or else I think a lot of us are just taking naps.
Okay. Igneous. Oh, Drake, sorry, yeah. Anything else?
No, sorry. That was it.
Okay, cool. Do you want to describe your room? I know I gave Christian the chance to describe his, so if you would like to describe yours.
Gosh, that's hard.
If
I'll
not,
think
right now
about it.
we can go back to it.
Yeah.
Who else
I'll
was
think
going to
about
sleep?
it.
Was Rendon going to sleep?
I think you
Nate.
said that he was Nate.
Spencer, do you even have a character right now?
No, Saran's at Durakia and Devalin's in Avariel.
Dang. Okay, we'll go back to Saran at some point. I totally forgot about that.
Okay.
Nate, are you there?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Did you say Rendon was going to sleep as well?
Yeah, and I don't think anybody's taken the time to actually, heal him from his permanent blindness.
I
So
thought Lorodak was going to do that. I
Yeah,
I don't know if you ever
going-
did.
that.
I'm going to do it the next day.
Yeah.
This is your
There is Valtari. If you would like to seek her out, she would be capable of doing that as well.
As
Altari
France,
isn't around right now.
Did she go off somewhere?
Yeah, remember Altari went off to because Brian was stepping away for at least for a little bit, and then
I thought she was just at the mansion. I thought that was.
Yeah,
No,
from what I
I think
remember
she
too,
was-
we talked about her just being in the mansion chilling.
Did
I
we
thought
talk about that? I can message Brian. I'd be like, "What has Altari
That's what I
been doing?"
remember happening. I don't know if that's exactly what we're going with, but that's what I remember.
I'll message him because. Keep on going though.
okay, yeah. Trent, growing up on or sitting kind of grown on Rendon's shoulder, is kind of acting like a seeing eye dog, telling him, "Hey, Rendon, duck your head, bonk." He's trying to do his best to direct Rendon the best he can.
Gotcha.
But yeah, from that and the strain and stress of probably Meowfu not being super happy with him for an accidental nuking of something, he's gonna go take a lie down, and every time he bumps into something, he says sorry, and anytime he thinks what he bumped into was a person, he apologizes for what happened in the city
Gotcha.
because he doesn't know who they are, and
he just finds
as
himself
good
into the training room and just starts bumping into all these different dummies. Sorry,
No.
I'm so sorry what happened today.
Trent is very kind to him. So Trent wouldn't lead him into the practice room on accident.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you kind of have like a Doctor Octopus sort of thing going on, where he's kind of like vines on your back to like push you through the room or something.
No, it's more of he's literally just grown like around Rendon's chest and like up on one shoulder and is just like telling him in the air, "Hey, like, go this way, go that way, go this way, go that way."
Left, right.
Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah. Eventually, you make your way back to your room. Not after maybe sustaining a couple bruises. Your eyes still unbelievably sore.
Yeah.
Is there anything
Yeah.
Rendon is going to try and like do for that until someone heals him? Or are you just hoping you can go to sleep and kind of sleep through it?
He's definitely gonna take in some of his light from his gems and try to use it to heal himself.
You can soothe the pain. And a lot of like the actual like burning that's happened around the eye can fade away.
Yeah.
So a lot of stuff that's sustaining this pain is able to go away with this glow of like green light that washes up your eyes, but they are still fully cataracted over.
Yeah, they're fully scarred.
And with that, you're able to kind of soothe the pain enough to hopefully have a good enough sleep. What is Rendon's room like?
Rendon's room currently is pretty basic. There's there's bed, there's desk, there's a couple other things like a beanbag.
Mhm.
But he doesn't.
A beanbag.
Yeah, he doesn't think he's gonna. He doesn't know how long they're gonna be here. He doesn't really have a lot of stuff. His stuff is normally what he just carries on him. His home was back on Earth, and since being in the Fae, he's been in the Feywild for the majority of the time before meeting everybody. So he's got like knickknacks and souvenirs he's collected from the different fights and stuff. So like, Yeah.
Where does Trent sleep? Does he just kind of sleep like in the bed with you?
And Trent just kind of like lays down on the ground, like curls on the ground in a pile of vines.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And Trent doesn't really need to sleep. He just kind of sits there and just
Yeah.
does his thing because he's a spirit. Also, is there a stable at the mansion? Because
Yeah,
Rendon
would
used
be.
to have the black Pegasus.
Yeah, I'd say fully, and I don't think you got rid of that Pegasus, so it'd still be there.
Cool.
And Felix, very tentatively tries to take care of it, though he's kind of terrified of it, and it's quite the feisty beast. So
Yes.
you occasionally see him come in with like light burns, and bandaged up hands from trying to like feed this thing and clean up its stall. Does Rendon ride your horse or your dragon steed regularly, or is
Yeah. Yeah. He definitely goes and checks on it pretty often.
sweet?
It's kind of one of his friends at this point.
Yeah.
And yeah. But right now
Excellent.
he doesn't think too much of that. He's aware of the horse, and he's like, "Well, I've been away for a few days, or it's been a day, couple days."
Mhm.
How long has it been since everybody left the mansion to head there
To Droakia?
to the city
Which city?
that we just fought in?
Of
Droakia,
Vario.
Yeah,
Okay.
Well, how long has it been since Vario?
yeah,
It's been 3 days.
yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's been 3 days. So he knows he needs to go check in on the dragon steed, but he doesn't have the time or really ability at this point to do that safely.
So he just
Yeah.
goes right to sleep.
Yep.
All right, sounds good.
I can try to think about what Drake's room would look like.
Sure, yeah.
I'm getting a little bit thought. It's definitely very kind of also like Rendon simple, but not like simple as like just like a regular, bedroom, but like he has like his bed, right? Which is just like pretty just kind of average, like I would say queen size bed.
Mhm.
And with kind of like a nice wooden like frame, pretty decorative frame
Gotcha.
that has like um kind of like as like little decorations around like in the wood like are like dragon carvings
Yeah.
that Drake himself did. Like basically he got a frame, like a wooden frame, and like carved it and like stylized it himself and whatnot. And he also has like a little corner where he does some meditation. There's like candles and like some like cushions there where he does like his meditating and whatnot. There's also like it is like a little bit just like wherever he's feeling lonely and wants to have Draco in there with him.
Mhm.
Which not always, but sometimes yeah. Like so, Draco has like his own little spot too in another corner, like a good big size, like
Like a dog bed
whatever,
almost.
like kind of that would fit a Drake,
Yeah.
right?
Just one of those big ones that like a person could sleep in almost.
Yeah, pretty much. Like you think like the big like those biggest ones that like for like the biggest dogs. That's like the
Yeah.
Drake. And there's more just like kind of decorations around, just like he has hanging up the bow that we actually had in the beginning of the campaign, the little I forget what
Yeah.
it was called, but that one bow with the plant that could grow the plants, just
Yeah.
kind of hanging there. It's decorative and whatnot.
Mhm.
And just more just like little figurines and whatnot of just like animals and whatnot around, like on like top of shelves and other things.
Yeah.
In general, that's what it is. Not too much
I'm assuming this
else.
is the same room that your catatonic body was in for a while.
Yes. Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Definitely.
A nice, well-decorated room.
And it's mostly was decorated after the during the time skip after the tournament. Because it's like, let's get this place in order.
And whatever happened to that body that you had, the metallic body that was that butler? What do you think?
I don't know whatever happened. We decided what happened with it because we just somehow, I think through Felix. Felix is the one that kind of transferred the soul that was inside of it to my old body, right?
Yeah.
I
mean, we could say it's
because
just
originally it was, what was it? It was like a
it was an
pocket
item.
watch or something.
Yeah, it was a pocket watch. Yeah.
That like then turned into like the butler thing.
Is that the butler is something that you guys would like just have as a part of the house's staff, or is that maybe something up in Rick's room that's kind of a decoration or like almost a memory? Calypso, you have to get off my shoulders, please. This is so awkward. Selena, can you help me get her off?
I think that seeing how much that Felix has worked, that maybe we would use that a little like robot butler thing.
Thank you. Cool. Yeah. So kind of to help run the house, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So maybe the robot butler is the one who does the laundry.
Yeah. That's why Saber is so good at stealing from it, because it's still a robot and it's not super aware.
But what does it look like?
It looked like a dragonborn.
It looked like a dragonborn. Did it? Because I remember it just looked like a dragonborn when my soul was housed in it.
It kind of took on a bit more of your appearance when you were housed in it. The maw of the dragon became more of a beak. But now it's back to dragon form, and it's got like the metallic shell of it is kind of made to resemble a suit.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's probably what also kind of tidies up rooms. And has a few scratches on it from Saber, who fended it off when it tried to come in and clean his room.
And it can speak, right?
Yes, it is capable of speech. Yeah.
What should we name him, guys?
I don't know.
I feel like we should name him something.
It was not given to me,
so
I'm pretty indifferent to it.
Seeing how it hosted me in it, I guess I would name it. Try to think of a good name.
Alfred.
No, it's a little on the nose.
I know, it was a joke.
Yeah, I know. Come back to me on that. See what everyone else is doing. Like Igneous, he hasn't said what he's doing.
Yeah. So, Igneous, you had gone off with Felix.
Yes.
All right. Remind me what that was about.
Well, the one thing is I need one of the armors to go buy a big container. And the other thing is because I want to start brewing the Fireplane whiskey with the dragon peppers that I have.
So you and Felix kind of went off to the side. Oh, yeah, you went down to the cellar to get some of that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So you head down there, grab some of the Fireplane whiskey. How much of it would you grab?
Enough for just like a barrel. So it would be a bunch of bottles.
Sure. Yeah. With you and Felix, you're kind of able to heft it. Both of you aren't very like strong necessarily.
I can use Arcane Hand
if you want to. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you summon this fiery hand that just picks the barrel right up, carrying it with you. And as you guys are kind of heading back, and catch one of the attention of one of the armors. Say the Warforged one.
Okay.
I see he comes over and sees you waving, goes, Wow, sir, that's a mighty big barrel. What are you planning to do with that?
Or just brewing some stuff. Mind you, I'm still drunk, by the way. I forgot I forgot that was still happening.
Yeah. How drunk are you?
Well, last time I was drunk enough that I was crying with the other people in the town.
Okay. Roll me a concentration check. So just give me Constitution save.
Okay. 16.
Okay, you're able to maintain the spell for now, while also having a conversation.
Okay. And I'll just going to tell him if he can go get a big, really big container with a lid, transparent. I mean, basically, I give him the description that I sent you.
Like a jar?
No. 1 second.
CB.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yep.
Okay, you give him the description. He goes, "Oh, sure, yes."
I also will give him the money.
All right, you put some coins into his hand. He pockets them and goes, I'll be right back, sir." Salutes you, runs off as plates of metal begin surrounding him, and he activates his metal armor and grows to a huge size and stomps off into the woods.
Thank you. And then I'll just bring that to a what's the name? I don't know. Anything that I could brew something in. I don't know if it would be the same cellar or another one because I want to have more access to it. I don't think I would put it in my room though. It's
So
just
brewing would require there's kind of a special setup because you need something to kind of collect the gas.
right.
But you have the alcohol already, so the alcohol's already fermented. I guess in your case, you're just gonna throw the peppers in it and just kind of let it sit.
Yeah, basically just like ferment a little bit more with the peppers inside.
In that case, you probably could just do it in the same barrel that it's in and throw the peppers into the barrel directly, if you're wanting to do it the whole batch.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Let's do
the kitchen you can store it in. You can also just store it in the cellar or up in your room.
I guess I'll bring it to my room.
Cool, yeah, bring up to your room. Felix, just kind of following. Igneous, what's the plan with this? Also, I hope you're not planning on drinking more. You're already quite intoxicated.
No, I'm not drinking anymore today. But I don't know. I call it maybe an intoxicated idea or whatever. But I just thought that we may be able to make this into a sellable product.
Thanks. Oh, entering into the realm of entrepreneurship, I see.
Well, we need money. I need a lot of money for.
Lena. Never mind that message.
What the heck?
Gee, nice one.
I don't know. She just randomly tapped my keyboard and pressed send.
Save that for another day.
I suppose that is it's very respectable of you. I do like that more than the adventuring thing. Though I respect what you do in the adventuring field, but this is a very clean way of doing business. I respect that. Now, I am growing quite concerned for you, Igneous, though. You seem to be drinking a lot. And at your young age, I can't imagine that's very good for you.
It's okay. It's okay.
No, but
I have to die of something.
Who says that? You don't have to die of anything. I can see the strings of your fate every time I see you. And I'm just terrified of seeing that string go thin. Your father drank. Quite heavily, actually. and I got him to stop. Thank goodness. And if what happened hadn't happened, well, he probably would have lived a nice long life, and I hope that for you as well. I can't help but worry, especially seeing the extent. I mean, you just got back from battle, I presume, looking at the state of you, with which we probably should. Well, I guess you've been healed mostly, but you're anyway.
It masks the pain. It's okay. I'll be fine.
Roll persuasion. At disadvantage because you're drunk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Persuasion.
Don't worry, I'm fine.
About the same.
We'll take up this conversation later.
Hmm.
Is there anything you would like me to help you with? In regards to this?
What?
Is anything specifically you would like help with?
Well, I guess I do want to apologize about the pumpkin again.
I have
And
had a chance to go check that.
maybe with this, and I'll just like tell him about the spell.
Oh, the one with the container?
Uh-huh.
Oh, fascinating. I didn't know you were capable of that magic.
Well, I knew of it, and I was just practicing, I guess, trying to remember the books, and I think that I got it right this time.
It's quite
So-
expensive to do, isn't it?
It is, but I do
Well,
have
if
some.
you're able to fund it with this alcohol money, then...
Yeah,
And we do
that's-
also have quite
we
a
do
bit
have.
ourselves.
Yeah, we do have some saved, which I don't imagine anybody is gonna miss, and which also I would ask for your. I forgot the
Discretion?
word. Yes, that's the one.
I
Just
am...
for this time, I don't want to worry
He
anybody.
puts a hand on your shoulder. Anything for you, son. I'm happy to. And he mimics zipping his lips, but he has to do it in kind of like a W shape because of his cat mouth.
I appreciate it. Felix, I've never said, I've never showed or mentioned my appreciation for what you've done for my family.
Oh, it's no
But you are, and he starts like falling asleep mid sentence.
He catches you. Mr. Ignis, this might be time for you to go to bed. Are you still holding the barrel with your arcane hand?
No, I would have dropped
You
it
sat down.
already once we get to my room.
Okay, he guides you over to your bed, and with a quick motion of his hands, strings kind of wrap underneath you and carry you over, and then lay you onto the bed, and then vanish.
And he's just completely asleep.
Right before you fall asleep, he sits on the edge of your bedside, looking at you, and kind of to himself. Actually, give me perception real quick. Just give me a quick perception. Just do a straight roll.
Best.
In that one.
Okay. You fall asleep before you hear what he says.
Okay.
All right, falling into a quick sleep. The whole house.
Quick.
It seemed. Oh yes.
Just a couple of things. I messaged Brian.
Mhm.
He did say that I think that I think you guys said that she would stick around home base and be like the local cleric helping with chores, gardening, and stuff.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I remember.
So and whatnot. Sorry, I didn't necessarily remember that. So yeah, she's just because she's taking a break from the fighting and but still keeping an eye on things.
Sweet. Yeah.
And I asked her, "Who would she heal Rendon's blindness?" And he said, "I guess it's been a long time, so I don't remember who a lot of the characters are anymore." Well, but I imagine she'd be like, "Oh, Rendon, are you okay?"
Yeah, imagine by the time he wakes up, she'll
Yeah.
heal him. We'll just take the cost of the spell out of the group's budget.
And then
Thank
also
you.
second thing too is that I forgot, and I think most of us probably forgot that um the butler guy originally Cinder had him and he was using him in his like family's mansion and
Oh.
whatnot. But he did say that he would kind of near the end of this arc here, he would leave him and have Felix kind of use him to help around the house some more because he knows how chaotic it is over there compared to where he is.
That works.
So he would have brought him over there. So he wanted to just keep it as Jarvis, and I'm like, that's fine. He wanted to keep it as that. It's
Cool,
pretty
yeah.
simple, but we'll just keep it as that for right now.
Sweet. So, Christian, is Loridak doing anything? Or is he just... Oh, wait, you said he's sleeping, right?
Yeah, he's sleeping for now.
So anyone's other character is not sleeping, or is pretty much the whole group gone to bed?
I mean, Saber's only taking like a cat nap, literally.
A cat nap? Okay,
So,
short nap.
I need to come inside.
Yeah, which will happen by the end of the night with your character.
Oh, okay.
Needs
It's
to
not
figure out
nighttime
a
yet.
room
There's-
for her.
Click Clack
There's
is
nap.
definitely taking a fat nap. He got messed up by the Trask.
Yes, okay. Click clack nap, Loridak nap. Is Jin taking a nap?
Click,
Oh
clack,
yeah,
click,
Jin
nap.
would have.
Are these long rests or are these short rests? I know
taken a nap.
Sabers is kind of a short rest. Is everyone else just kind of fully sleeping?
I feel like
Ignis is fully sleeping.
it's early enough in the day. I wouldn't.
I'll be right back.
Drake wouldn't. You know what? Actually, he probably would just sleep pretty long. I think even Jin too. If you want to also go about Jin, Jin's room is much more elegant and fancy and like again really nice bed, and she has like
All right, I'm back.
lots of like different corners that are like for different things. She has her art area where she does like does her paintings and other such things. She also has like a section where she has all her instruments that she plays and other things and whatnot. She has a big old wardrobe, right? Like Drake didn't really have much of a wardrobe at all.
He's been wearing the
It's kind
same
of there.
crusty outfit for years.
But Jin, with who
Hi.
she is and what she does, has lots of different outfits
What the?
and whatnot.
Howdy,
Oh,
howdy.
Brian.
Brian.
Hello.
Oh,
I
hey.
said, Tom
He's-
invited me to come over and listen in to see how things are going. Even though I'm not going to play today, but at least it'd be nice to.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah,
at an end of
howdy.
an arc, and so everyone's back at the mansion. They're just all taking naps, pretty much.
It's
I
fun
see.
right now. It's fun too. We're also describing what all of our rooms look
Freaking
like.
ads.
If you want to talk about even like what Voltari's room would look like, and also kind of say like what Voltari has maybe even been up to.
Huh. I mean, I haven't really thought about it yet, but
That's okay. You don't have to right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, kind of as a reference, each room is about the size of one full apartment from Sunrise.
Okay, their own like
Okay,
bathrooms
that's
and
cool.
everything.
Yeah, they have their own bathroom and whatnot. Like they're.
I can picture that because I used to live
But I
there.
said it like, but it's
That's why I said it.
But instead of three separate
Sunrise, huh?
rooms,
Yeah, it's just like
one
the
big
size.
room.
The size of the whole room is about the whole apartment.
Do we have like our own kitchen too?
It's
or-
like 450 square feet.
Yeah, no, they don't. The rooms don't have a kitchen. The kitchen is out like away. They are
Yeah.
just rooms.
Big rooms.
Yeah, big rooms with a bathroom.
Yeah, I guess Drake, you can continue Jin's room, and then we haven't heard Ignis's yet.
Yeah, but there's not much more to it. It's very it's kind of also like it's all fancy and whatnot, but also in the same time kind of chaotic and messy. If you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. It's
Just
like
because there's
a
it's
lot of different people are in the same room. Even though you don't have your multiple personalities, I imagine some of that would stuck with you.
Yeah, she
'Cause
still
they're
has some of that stuff,
all
and it's
part
all
of you.
meant,
Yeah.
yeah, mentality stuff, and everything. So yeah, that's in general with what hers kind of how her room kind of is.
Igneous, anything specific
Also,
about?
she has a lot of purple. She loves purple.
Gotcha.
Yeah, purple.
Igneous, what is your room like?
I mean it has like he has kept most of the original decoration. I'm trying to decide because he may have taken his parents' room, like his parents' bedroom, since it is the biggest.
Yeah.
But
It is yours.
he also knows that it is technically not his house, but Titus's.
True. Yeah.
But he doesn't care enough about what Titus has to say.
I was just ask, like, if it's your old room, do you like have like the race car bed?
No, he doesn't. There's like those beds that have curtains.
I see. Yeah.
There's a big desk to a side with
Yeah.
a bunch of bookcases. He's probably had to divide some of the bookcases that he has with Fenny because Fenny had a lot of books, I'm guessing.
I mean, the mansion probably has its own library.
Yeah, but he likes to keep his own stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And I don't know I don't know. I'm assuming about Fenny, I guess. It's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
These are all just ideas we're giving Boston so that when we eventually draws like the mansion and everything, he has to like show in detail what all of our rooms are and whatnot. So you're welcome, Boston.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
I mean, like Ignis is pretty like elegant. Still has the same type of decoration that the whole mansion has.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of like natural wood colors. A lot of them are like cherry red wood, like darker. And he has some pictures from his family. Um, just mementos, basically, like things that he had when he was younger.
Yeah, maybe your family's portraits or your parents' portraits
Yeah.
kind of left over from when it was their room, up
Mhm.
on like the end of the bed, sort of like the direction the bed is facing, sort of thing.
Yeah, just similar things. There's a big like space because he doesn't have many other things that he likes. It's just the bed, the desk, and some of the bookshelves that are closer
Could be
to the.
some of Titus's stuff that he like when he like claimed the room, quote unquote, that you just kind of shoved off to the side when you decided it was your room.
Yeah, it's probably like just boxed to the left, to a side, and
To the left, to
just
the left,
ignored.
everything in a box to the left. Sorry.
Okay, it's just
Right.
put in boxes. Like he doesn't really care. I mean, he does care, but he is just like, eh.
Yeah.
And we're also not worrying about like logistically like how many rooms there maybe are.
No, yeah. This is a very
Exactly.
amorphous mansion.
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, right now I don't think we need to worry too much. There's ample space for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump over back to Drawaki for a second and see what Saran is up to.
Just know, right, that Cinder and his sister would be helping with the build up, the cleanup, and like
cleaning up,
maybe
yeah.
any like investigation with Saranda.
Did anybody else stayed aside from them? Did anybody else stayed in Drakia?
No, everyone
I
went
think
to the
I
mansion.
Saran,
I think just those three.
the party has left through that mystical gateway, and then the spirits sort of just flutter off afterwards, and you are amidst the crowd of people kind of oozing back into the city and finding their homes and trying to start salvaging stuff from the wreckages, and also trying to find loved ones. Distant cries are in the background. People either happy that they're able to find their family member or devastated that they could not. And you're just kind of right smack dab in the middle of it.
Was everyone able to get into the palace before all this went down?
A lot of the houses close to the palace, yes, but it's a big city, so further off, they weren't. But people were still lost. It wasn't 100% of everyone, that's for sure.
But there were losses of people.
Yeah, some of these houses that were destroyed probably still had some people in them.
But not too much, I imagine.
Not too
What
many.
was the name? What was the name of the city again?
Oh shoot, I totally had a name for it. It starts with an S. It's in one of my notes somewhere. I do not remember though.
Okay, I mean, if we have a note, we should be fine later, I guess.
Scottsville.
All
He's
right.
gonna start some water. What does he mean by start some water?
You never started
boiling.
water before?
Man,
Like for a bat?
I think start boiling it is what.
okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know that water could be started or ended.
I mean, it can. You've
Anyway.
never
Okay.
done that before.
Around what time of day
Just
is it right now?
I think it's probably like early to late, like about noon. I think.
All right, and who of the main characters are here right now? So like
It's
ones that
you
we've-
and Cinder and his sister, which I can provide any.
but I mean like
sort
anyone
of-
else as well, like NPC wise.
NPC wise, not really anyone all that important. I mean,
There's
Saran's mom.
Ildizin and Sam.
We
Ildizin-
brought Ildizin. Yeah, we brought Ildizin with us.
No.
Oh, we did.
You guys,
Did
I
we
don't think
bring-
found Ildizin actually.
No,
What?
we did.
No,
We
we went up to the
We were-
or Saran
You
went up
found
to
Saran
his-
found him, but after leaving him, the palace is evacuated. No one has interacted with him since.
Gotcha.
I know you guys mentioned you're going to try and get him beforehand, but you never actually.
Oh, we also still
I guess
also
that's
do
fair.
have his. We do have his wife and whatnot.
In the mansion
also
with us,
still
yeah.
at the mansion with us.
Oh yeah.
We would have probably told her about what was happening, and then it had the uncomfortable conversation of your husband was killed,
He was killed,
What?
and he's back.
but he's back.
I wouldn't have said that, but okay.
Yeah, she's probably just also in one of the rooms, probably been sobbing and just trying to rest and keep the stress down because she is pregante.
That's right.
But
Pregananant?
your mom is still there. Faradrain still out slaughtering the rest of the White Cross through those portals.
Nice.
Yeah.
So mainly just
Spawn
Valora
killing them.
is there. Yeah.
There is still one thing that needs to be settled though.
And what does that do?
Well, the mana crystals.
Oh, yes, the thing that started this all.
Though I do have a lead on that.
Do tell?
I need to talk to the Emperor and see about a certain individual.
Yes, very well. I don't know if she had taken human form yet, but she does take human form and goes with you. As you guys head back into the palace, I'm assuming, do you just kind of go right back to where his room was, or are you looking for him elsewhere?
I go to the room in particular that I saw him in earlier.
All right. As you go into the room, first impressions, it's a bit messier than last time. You can give me a perception or investigation check.
Let's see. Perception's gonna be my better one.
To you, and this is not a high DC. This is pretty apparent. To you, it looks like someone packed up as fast as they could, took the essentials. There's like random bits of clothing strewn everywhere. Doors to all the wardrobes and cabinets are open, and the window is wide open.
Can I at least deduce that he fled?
It seems like he or someone fled with his stuff. I mean, there's nothing specifically showing that it was him, but you could make an assumption like that.
He was here like 15 minutes ago. What just happened?
There is a knock on the open doorway.
Yes, who is
And
it?
you see Ildzin standing there.
Do you know what happened here?
Yes, the coward ran away.
What coward?
And you see he smiles at you and his eyes flicker gold for a second with those draconic slits and then go back.
Mm.
The real one.
Why?
I don't know if you've deduced this already, but Ildzin, as virtuous as he may try to be, is a simple man. And as much as he would have liked to face all this and taken the blame for a lot of it and tried to uplift the people, he was not confident of it. I could see it in him, his posture, his body language, the way he spoke. It seems his main focus is his wife, understandably, but he has left his people high and dry. But that is perfect for me, because I simply can take his place, and I've got a lot more balls than he does, let me tell you. He had all the right intentions. None of the right qualities, though. And to be honest, neither did I, but I haven't been involved in this very much. I'm a treasure hunter. But I am reveling in the chances that this has given me.
Can I roll insight?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, I'm gonna use a sorcery point if it doesn't work out very well. But is it advantage with sorcery point, or is it the recent roll with sorcery point?
I think
I do not remember.
I think you take the new roll.
You might take the second roll. I don't know, though.
What I'm trying to look for is kind of gauging his intentions behind gaining power.
Yeah. Are you going to use that sorcery point, or is you taking the 13?
Hold on.
Trying to see, if it does advantage or not. I feel like I remember right. It says you would take the new roll.
Hold on.
Cinder also would have been in there following with Saran, and upon hearing this, we've been like, yeah, I always knew that guy. He was definitely noble indeed, but was always a little bit of a coward. And his sister would be like, brother, don't speak ill of the Zen. Was like, he didn't know the Zen back then. I did.
He was small beans, and he found himself in a pot of very, very big beans, which he promptly drowned in. It was quite a sight to see, really.
Yeah. But, hey, I mean, I think honestly, probably made the wise decision and try to get out of here and hopefully just live a more peaceful life with his wife.
Very possible people try and tear
Okay.
him apart.
I must use the new roll. So I'm going to stick with the 13 since that's rolling a baseline 12. And I'm just trying to gauge his intentions behind trying to seek power. If it's good intentions or if it's evil intentions.
It seems he is masking his intentions pretty well. So you don't really get much beyond the words he gives you.
Since also Cinder is here, I'll see real quick to see and have him roll inside if that's okay.
Sure, go for it.
I'm pulling up his character sheet here. His insight's not too shabby.
Was it oh dang,
That's much
27.
better.
But before
That's 27.
you say the roll on that, was it Cinder or Saran that Saran's mother said that she doesn't trust doesn't trust him.
If it was Boston speaking, it was your Saran's mom.
I know, but no, was it Saran's mom talking to Saran or Cinder?
What are we talking about?
Back in the gala,
Um,
she mentioned that she didn't trust
Xantris?
Xantris, yeah, because this is Xantris, correct?
Yeah, this is Xantris.
Okay.
I think she might have said something like that. I don't remember who she was talking to, though. She did have that dance with Cinder, so it might have been with him. What Cinder can
That's
tell, though,
true.
is there is a deviousness behind his words. Less so evil and just more so...
Opportunistic.
Yes. And it does not seem that like those the opportunities could very well be morally gray. It's just this really seems like a guy who's willing to try anything and is really reveling in this kind of new life and this chance to kind of. He's a deceiving guy. I mean, that's how he got Ilzen into the spot of power, and
Yeah.
there is like a part of him that very clearly was kind of hoping something would happen so that he could take this spot, because he saw Ilzen maybe was wasting it, and he is smiling at the opportunity to not waste it. So that is kind of what can be gleaned from that.
I guess Cinder kind of seemed more would kind of press a little bit more, be like, how would you rule if taking over Ilzen's spot? How
Oh,
would
well,
you
there's
want
no
to do it?
guarantee I'm going to rule anything. This country very well might fall apart, but that's part of the fun. That's seeing how that goes. There are a lot of ends to tidy up. Speaking of which, did you find anything about those crystals when you were off doing whatever you were doing?
Saran's going to say, no, I have not, and I have no leads in the matter as well.
Unfortunate. Well, let me know if there's anything I can do. All of Ilzen's information was my information, so
Where is
consider
Ilzen
me-
He wants
anyways?
to random roll.
Oh, he ran right away. I'm assuming he's headed to find his wife.
Well, it would be good for me to at least catch up to him. Do you know which direction he ran?
Well, has anyone told him?
He-
Right, I
he-
thought that he knew that
he points
that
out
his
the-
wife is
He points out the window. Yeah, no, he knows where his wife is.
in that mansion.
He points right out the window and goes, "All right, well, he's that direction."
All right.
Well, he needs my.
Well,
Well, me and my
we'll have
sister
to continue
her.
this conversation later when we have the chance.
Of course, just ask me any questions
Okay.
that you have.
All right,
Okay.
we'll take our
Do
leave.
you want? Did you want Saran to roll deception there, since she did kind of lie?
She
to
did
him
lie.
at
She did
least?
lie.
Oh, yeah, I didn't catch that. Yeah, go ahead and roll me deception.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna
So
be a
they-
sorcery point.
I was gonna
24.
like that's better.
He got a 26. So as you say and infer that no, you didn't get anything, he kind of grins, and the rest of the conversation happened as it did. But as you're walking away, he just kind of looks over his shoulder. You know, Saran, there's a place for you in whatever this new country becomes. You wouldn't want to start off by brewing bad faith with the potential leader of it. I can help you, and I do not intend to harm you. I apologize if you've misunderstood me. I am not evil. I just see this as a fun game, I suppose. I don't take it lightly, of course, but I'm just excited, is all. So if you have anything to do with these mana crystals, any information would be greatly appreciated. Anything at all, anything big or small, please.
She pauses for a second. Thinks to herself,
Hmm.
"Damn, that was a freaking
See-
good line." He saw through it.
Cinder also saw through it, by the way, too, and kind of turned to Rand. I feel like Cinder would say, right, you know, he's not wrong. Like I think he does want to help us, and like he definitely is a shady guy, but he is generally someone I think that we can trust.
I rolled with your group before, and I helped where I could.
And you did.
I seek for the
It
best
would be-
outcome for this country, and in my eyes, I can't see that with you, unfortunately.
Well, if the mana crystal situation is not figured out, then the chances of this place falling to shit is greatly increased. If I
Yeah.
can solve this mana crystal debacle, then that will show
Yeah.
a level of competence in me that I think the people would respect. I'm already garnering better faith. The people whom I had brought into this country are the ones who indeed did save it, though I'm sure people will need some persuading that the problem that happened wasn't also orchestrated by me. But anything to strengthen the throne, I think, would provide a better future. If it is left up to people to tear it apart like a piece of meat in an alleyway, like a bunch of dogs, I think that would turn a lot uglier. We need unity.
Saran. We do, Saran, need to find those crystals, and if we work together, we have a better chance of doing that.
Give me some time to think about that. And she jumps out the window.
Okay, yeah, you leap.
She's gonna start flying.
Are you going dragon mode?
Yeah.
All right, a humanoid Saran jumps out the window and then woof, dragon mode, taking off into the sky. Cinder would see Xantros kind of clenching his fist, trying to decide whether or not he's going to try and follow her.
What's Saran's mother gonna do?
She's gonna jump out after you. Although a master of her form is going to only grow wings, not fully wanting to leap out as a ancient dragon.
Would she have anything? Would she have anything else? Would she have anything to say during that conversation?
She has just kind of been watching, and she throws kind of a shady glare back at the three left. Byzantrus is going to jump out, also just growing wings, and is going to fly after. I'm trying to speak gently here, Saran. I need the information you obviously have, and I would appreciate it as soon as you could give it to me.
We're calling concerning your car's extended warranty. She, tired that people are following her, she's going to static surge and start flying at a faster pace.
Xantra's kind of catching up to Valor, looks over at her and goes, nasty one, isn't she? And Valor pops him right in the mouth.
Oh, sheesh.
As he kind of rubs his chin. Yes, she is. And starts flying after you.
Cinder and his sisters left there, just like, well, that was interesting. Well, let's go help out with cleaning up the area.
All right,
so
Saran.
yeah, that's what Surrender.
We'll go back to it. Sweet. Saran, where are you flying off to?
I'm trying to find where Ildizin went. So kind of in the direction that he pointed that he fled.
Okay.
And looking for any traces as I'm flying of Ildizin.
I will say, big city. And he started preparing to leave pretty much as soon as you left him. So this can be a pretty high DC perception check to find any sort of trail that you can follow.
Okay.
So give me the roll.
Yeah. Let me just lower my sorcery points from earlier. Let's see. Perception. Sorcery point that. That's a 4 baseline. Bruh.
Oh, wow.
Really?
5 baseline.
You know what I have, though, Boston?
Cool dice.
I have inspiration.
Oh, inspiration. Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Perception. Son of a...
Okay.
Ah!
Can't find a single trail.
Can I
of
sorcery point
Ildesin.
the inspiration?
I don't know the ruling on how that works. I don't know if it's 1 per turn.
That was
sort
a
of deal.
that was a 4-5-5. I just need to roll like a 9
Well,
just to get a good
what's
roll.
the description on that ability? How does that work?
Let me pull it up again. It says
That is pretty.
when you make an ability check that fails, you can spend 1 sorcery point to reroll the d20, and you must use the new roll, potentially turning the failure into a success.
We didn't even know that he had failed, but
You kind of already made. The way that sounds makes it sound like it's kind of a once.
Can I at least get
You
my
have to use the
inspiration
new-
back
you
then
have
at
to use
least?
the new roll. Yes, yeah, I'll let
Okay.
you keep it. You can't find any trail of Ildesin. He has successfully fled, at least through the. You can't find him through the means that you are attempting at the moment.
Okay. She's gonna swear under her breath, and then she's going to cast True Seeing, and see if let's see. Actually, let me read the description of this. As long as
do
you willing
believe
creatures that see for the duration,
the
the creature has true sight, notice the secret doors hidden by magic, and you can see to the ethereal plane out, all out to the range of 120 feet. Would that help at all?
Anyway.
And,
I do not think so. Yeah, he's
Okay.
probably farther than
Yeah.
120 feet. You hear a snide voice yelling, "I told you, he's gone."
she's just gonna
Valora does fly up to you. Do you let her catch up?
Is Valora or Xantris in the lead right now?
Xantris stopped. He's just flying in midair, kind of watching. Your mom has continued after you. Do you let her catch up?
She's thinking, and as she gets closer, she's going to cast greater invisibility on herself.
Seeing you disappear, you hear your mom yell out, "Honey, this is childish. Think about what's better." And she looks around, realizing there's a whole city around her, and she's yelling into the air, "Please, let's just talk about this somewhere not so public."
Dragons have a good sense of smell, right?
Yeah, generally.
She could follow Seren's scent, probably.
You're just like ripping farts as you go, or what?
No. No, it just
Okay, she rolled pretty high perception.
Okay, so Seren's just gonna start fleeing away, but in the hopes that the mom would pick up on where she's at.
So she is farting.
So she's
No, she is not farting.
exuding some sort of smell.
I mean, dogs can smell their owners, and they recognize their owner's scent, and bloodhounds can track that kind of scent. So in a similar sense,
Yes,
it's
but
dragons.
how are you conveying that you want to be followed? Because everything you're doing right now is conveying, "I don't want to be followed."
I'm not, but it's the idea that I hope that she will follow me, because I know the nature of my mother, and she would probably chase after me.
Okay. Let me just double check something in their stat block. Okay. Yeah, if you think she would follow you, then I think she will. She's gonna do the mom thing where she like lets you storm up to your room, and then she waits like 5 minutes and like comes and knocks on the door, sort of thing. So she's gonna let you get a ways away, and then is going to start following. Where are you headed?
I'm just heading for the outskirts of town, still following the general direction that Ildesin went in, but still kind of given up a little bit on the search for him.
Cool.
Um,
Once you reach the outskirts of town, do you stop?
once I'm in like some dense forest, I'll like land and stop.
Cool. And a few moments later, your mother descends through the trees.
At this point, I feel like the invisibility would wear off.
Yeah.
It's only 1 minute, yeah.
I don't trust that individual.
What is your passive perception?
21 or 20. Actually, no, 21.
21. Xantris has followed your mother and is a ways off, but he is keeping close enough. But he's not within view. You've just kind of heard the wing flapping, 2 sets of it. I mean, you hear 1 set get closer, and you see your mom descend through the trees. And she stops, the wings retract back into her back. Saran, dear. If we are to repair our nation, then this new council, I need to do something to appease them. Though, I can only live off the fact that I ripped the head off of their leader for so long. The fear, once that wears off, will turn into retribution, I'm sure, unless I can find some way to convince them that I am worth following.
And I'm aware of that, Mother, and I trust you in the matter, but him, I just don't.
Look, in kingdom politics, you have to deal with shady people. And though what he has done is shady, it does seem to be in interest of keeping the nation together. To what end, I don't know. But the first step is keeping the nation from falling apart. And a good first step is to unite the council and the empire. I'm not saying to keep your guard down. The council is still powerful. Fairdrain will back us, it seems. He wants his spot back. And given that Solgard is gone, he is the strongest member at the moment. We won't just let things happen under our noses. And so far as Xantris' support is shaky at best, the form he's taken is a mistrusted form. He has no one backing him. But if we can control who backs him, i.e. ourselves...
Isn't this how the country fell apart in the first place? Because there was no trust between both parties?
Yes, and the best way to build that trust is by working with him. It's give and take. And, we're not going to be 1,000 or 100% upfront with him either. You can't fully trust someone else in politics like this. There has to be things kept from each other. It's a mutual understanding. Your intentions are good, but they are not realistic. I never trusted any members of the Draconic Council when I joined it. I still don't trust them. And as you've seen, that was for good reason. But I was still able to do a lot of good. I was able to hold off their invasion that they threatened. We'll never be in full control, but if we at least have some skin in the game, then we can influence and prevent outright calamity. And maybe in a optimistic world, if things turn out well, then maybe we can influence things for the better.
At this point, has Xantris caught up? I'd assume he has.
Oh, he's purposely staying away. It doesn't seem he's trying to eavesdrop, but he is wanting to have a visual on maybe the outcome of this conversation. So, see if you storm away again and your mother follows, or if you guys come out of it amicably. He's not all-powerful, Saran. In fact, he seems quite insecure. Make him rely on us, and we can keep him on a leash. In a sense, of course. I'm not suggesting we give the crystals to him. We would
That's
give
what
the
it seems
crystals.
like he's suggesting to begin with.
We'd give them to the council. It seems what he wants is the victory under his belt. At least, maybe what I'm able to glean. I'm sure he wants more, but we will have some say in the matter. We will give the crystals to the council, and he will claim that he had some part in the success, and we will both come out of it winners.
But some come out as losers.
Darling, that is part of the world. Nothing's 100%. But if you're going to just naively disregard an obvious fact that working together will be better than the other options that we have, then I don't think you're fit to have any part in this at all. You have gone your entire life trying to prove to me that you've grown up and that you are responsible enough to deal with the world and live in it. But all I'm seeing right now is that same naive, bright-eyed little girl that I kept hidden away because I knew that this world would burn her. You've proven nothing. But now you have the chance. Your decision in this could prove you are worthy. I would love for you to be involved in this. I would love for you to maybe be on the council or even start your own thing. And I'd love for you to take responsibility in the rebuilding of our country. But not if you're going to hold on to those childish ambitions.
Give me time to think. And she's just gonna kind of lower her head and kind of just start walking away.
Right. She exits the woods and goes up to Santris. All right. We're going to jump back over to the mansion for the moment. I'll give you, Spencer, the player, some time to think as well. So, Saber, anything you do specifically once your 2-hour nap has ended? I'm assuming you would be the first to have woken up. Aster still out teaching. And Felina, you're not stuck with just teaching him. You can be multitasking if there's anything else you would like to accomplish over those 8 hours. And there would be ample time for breaks and everything. So don't think you're just locked into 8 hours of teaching Mr. Legs.
Okay. I'm gonna make a little house.
So, yeah, utilizing the synth abilities. You still have plenty of synth points. You didn't use too much of it. You are able to activate your ability to manipulate flora. How big a house?
Like a small cottage.
And what are you kind of making it out of? What's it gonna? Is it purely just grass and vines? Or are you gonna grow a few trees? What's the look of this house?
Yeah, I'll grow some trees to make the walls, and then the top will be grass, like a cottage.
Nice. Is there a fully functional door? Or is it just kind of like the knot in a tree almost?
It's like a knot in a tree with some vines, like the secret caves with vines.
Oh, kind of like the beads that hang over a doorway that you kind of push away to go through?
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Any windows, a chimney?
Yeah, there's a couple windows and there's some rooms. there's a bedroom and then like a work area.
Okay, kind of like one of those like pilgrim shacks where it's like one large room and then kind of like an extra side room almost.
Yeah, and the bed would be a flower.
I love it. It's a huge flower, blooms, soft silk petals. And Mr. Legs in awe of all of this. And as soon as you blossom the flower bed, he runs in saying, "Kill tired," and then jumps onto the flower for a nap.
Feel the tired.
Kill tired. He stole my bed.
He was being possessed, so
Yeah,
he needs some
exactly.
rest.
He needed to really kill that tired.
So, anything you do after building your house?
I just need to go out in the forest and collect like food, like berries and herbs and stuff.
All right, do a nature check.
Oh, okay. It might be faster for you to do it.
Okay.
Let me see. Oh wait, I got it.
Okay, cool.
Don't worry.
Or survival check, whatever you prefer. A 14? Yeah, you get an ample amount of. You kind of like weave yourself a basket out of plants, and you're able to get an average amount of herbs and berries, enough to last you probably a few days. If you're gonna, I don't know what you're gonna be using them for, but a solid haul for sure.
Okay.
Nothing specific you're looking for, just kind of regular stuff.
Yeah, just anything that's around.
Cool, yeah. You get the normal types of things you would find in a European woods.
Okay.
All right, Saber. You wake up, do that like cat stretch where you like stick your legs like straight out and your arms by your side, and like yawn as you awake after about 2 hours.
All right. Saber is gonna go ahead and head to the library at the manor.
Kids go to read.
Sweet, yeah.
Yeah, you got a problem with
It's
a
one of
kid
those
reading?
classic mansion libraries. It's like one of the rooms with the tallest ceilings. And there's that balcony that like so the library can be accessed by 2 separate floors. Everything's very very oak in here, and there's just a couple tables in the middle of the room for studying and everything, and one of those ladders that kind of slides across the shelves. Are you gonna be looking for that book?
Yes.
Sweet. You give me your investigation.
Did you want to roll your percentage die already, or have you read on it?
I'm rolling that right now.
All right.
I'm gonna say that the chances that there is a book on creating chimeras or just the fusion of beings, kind of bioalchemy. Given the nature of this house, Igneous, real
Yes.
quick, Josue. I guess because you would know your family's comings and goings and everything, and the type of things they might have. They probably had some books when they found, like, they probably got a bunch of magic-related books when they found out that Titus had magical powers just to research it, and then you probably would have had some in here for your own home study. What do you think the likelihood would be of your family possessing a book that would relate to the creation of chimeras and just bioalchemy?
Relatively low. Not, I guess, it wouldn't be a major focus, but it could be part of like research or general learning. It could also be something passed on from previous generations.
So something they may have inherited, or something that they kind of just when they went out to splurge and buy a bunch of magic-related books when they found out their children were interested in it, was like a part of it by,
Yeah.
just kind of
It's
like
still
when
not-
a parent finds out their kid has an interest, and so they just buy
Right,
everything
right, right.
that revolves around that and then bring it home and let the kid parse through it. Okay, in that case, I'm going to say, let's say, does it like a 35% work?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. If it is 35 or lower, it will be here. And if you roll a high enough investigation, you'll find it. Okay, it's not here, but let's roll and see if Saber is able to find that out. You are 80% sure there is not a book revolving around that in this library.
Damn. All right then. Um,
Unfortunately.
that is very unfortunate.
Is Ildezen like on foot or something?
You would assume so, at least for the moment.
This Vortex room look like.
A ship. I'd imagine something almost like war-esque or like tribal, with like some sort of like shrine or something dedicated to Tyr.
Yeah, there definitely be some.
No, he showed up recently, so I don't know how much time he was had to
Yeah, he hasn't had a ton of time,
decorate the
so
rooms. It might be mostly undecorated, but you can obviously decorate it when Lord Ek has time. Over this week, even he could, if he even cared about that. But anyway, Saber finding out, okay, a book on what I need is probably not here.
Oh.
What does he opt to do?
Well, his plan is now Plan B, which is also known as Plan K, which means kill Titanus if he can. He just needs to find a way to Earth.
What does Saber do to go about that?
First off, he's gonna just make sure he's 100% ready. And then the next time everyone is all together, he's gonna bring it up and see if he can get any kind of reinforcements.
Okay. I'm going to say this is the kind of situation like a Sunday where everyone's back from church and they're all taking that midday Sunday nap. But they're all pretty long naps, so the whole family wakes up like around dinner time.
Yeah, that's kind of what
everyone is super groggy for the rest of the night and stays up pretty late and then just has like a 5-6 hours sleep until the next day. So is there anything Saber's doing while the family's napping until around dinner time? Is there anything specific, or is he just kind of gonna bum around for the rest of that time?
He's gonna work on that new thing we've been talking about but haven't actually done details on with his synth ability.
Just like practice it, or
just explore like possibilities with fit in his brain.
Okay. Anything specific you want to come out of this?
Not yet. Just a little thinking on it. That's all.
You just kind of go back to your room and like almost meditate and speak with Finn.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you say to him?
So I'm like, okay, I have this idea. You know how I like going fast, right? Like really, really, really fast.
All too well. Our legs get very sore.
Well, what if we could use electricity or lightning and click the synapses in the nerves and just make them go rapid fire and make us faster?
That's not a bad idea.
Someone got ideas from watching Saran.
I mean, Saber was doing that first, by the way.
I know.
You have lost your speed. It would be good to get it back.
Yeah, well, my little legs can't run as fast.
I've noticed you've been quite agile after this unfortunate transformation.
I'm just imagining a chibi Saber running around.
Well, as you know, Saber, we haven't really... There's a part of your power locked away. I think partially my fault.
Mm.
And perhaps it has not taken form yet. It's not a bad idea, for sure. The faster you are, the better you can run away from unfortunate situations.
Or the better
I
I
like
can
it.
kill faster.
Killing faster is also good. Glad to see you still got that assassin's wit, and you haven't lost it with your adolescence.
You've taught me well.
Yes, well, I indoctrinated you when you were very young, so I would hope that stuck.
Kidnapped what?
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 Saying you were very young when I guess, stole you.
Huh?
Cancel Finn.
Groomer!
Oh, goodness.
They groom you to be an assassin, just not none of that rest of that stuff that is usually associated with grooming.
Yeah. Thankfully. Although I will say, if Saber ever does get... Actually, when Saber somehow gets old again, because I'm sure that's going to happen at some point, Saber will be back to his normal self.
Yeah, we can definitely work towards that.
Sorry. But yeah, I was gonna say, very rarely, I feel like not that much that we see Saber talking to Finn.
Yeah,
It's been
What
a
was that?
while.
been a while since I could
Um,
hold my head up. Sorry.
I guess while D2 Brian, are you still there? Brian, are you still there?
Huh?
Hi. I just figured since you're here, like, do you want to like just quick say anything else that Baltari is doing, or have you thought more about the room?
Oh yeah, the room. Well, it's kind of late, but I could post it Discord chat maybe.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever.
Talk about Vatari's room, eh?
Yeah.
Sure, give me a second.
Okay, while he's doing that, anyone else can.
Sweet. Yeah, Finn seems to agree with your idea. Anything else you want to bring up with him or do specifically?
I'll ask him specifically if he has any idea. Like you know what I'm doing with Jerry. Do you have any idea where I might find a trigger?
I'm not. I don't really explore that side of things, though it is a very interesting idea. I think maybe that's some mad scientist type stuff. So I suppose if you could find a mad scientist, they would probably have a pretty solid idea.
Every time I find a mad scientist, I kill them though.
Chimera
Or-
is usually the work of like mad mages, and people that are generally not academically professional.
That's fair.
We know very many shady circles.
Maybe we can just find some Tucker folks.
Tucker folks?
What?
What does
You
that
did
mean?
not just no, not Tucker.
Oh! Yes, I see what you're saying now. Shao Tucker.
Oh dear,
Neat.
I don't get the reference, Saber, but
bad Christian.
yes. Whoever you find, they're going to be shady. But like we said, shady is kind of
Our business,
our
yeah.
business. Saber, what is your background?
What do you mean?
What's Saber's background? The actual background for your character, like the one that you chose when you're making your character.
Well, let me relook at it.
Because there might be a feature
It's
in
been
there
a
that could
while.
help you, depending on what it is.
Where would that be? Criminal.
What are the features of the criminal background?
It says feature criminal contact. You have a reliable and trustworthy contact who acts as your liaison to a network of other criminals. You know how to get messages to and from your contact, even over great distances. Specifically, Specifically, you know the local messengers corrupt caravan masters, and seedy sailors who deliver messages to you.
Okay, yeah, you could definitely use that to try and get access to someone.
Hmm. Um. Um. Yeah, I'd probably like after I'm done talking with Finn, just write a quick letter and just Igneous. Would you have any birds in the manor, like messenger birds?
I don't think so. I don't think we would have any if we had any before, because the point of the armors even is having the the manor secluded.
Mm.
So
Saber, I will say
I don't think there would be any.
the nature girl, Saber would be probably rationalize. She might be able to do something with some birds and get your message sent out somewhere.
Nature girl, do you mean Aster?
I do mean Aster, yeah.
Okay, it's like nature girl. Um.
That's her nickname.
So Saber would probably go to Aster and be like, "Hey, you have a bird that could fly this somewhere for me?"
Yeah, you go out to the well, first, I guess roll me a perception to see if you can find her, because she did go off the beaten path a little bit.
I mean, that's okay. Well, let's see.
Let's see how high. Yeah.
A
Okay, yeah,
nice little 20,
you know
nice
exactly
little
where she
20.
is. And yeah, you go and you see she's grown herself a bit of a cottage.
She's
Um,
grown to whole college.
I teach the arts of nature.
and language. You can see through the window of the cottage her trying to like pick Mr. Legs off of the flower bed to continue their teachings, and he is not having it. And you just hear him repeatedly saying, "Kill, kill, kill, kill."
Mm, that would be a Saber two
Is the
kill
cock
moment.
included in his phrasing of that?
No, he's his lungs are very healthy.
Lucky. Um, I would just kind of be like, I would knock on the door. So I'm trying to get something I actually want.
Right, boom, boom, boom. You hear this, and Mr. Legs immediately turns to the door and backs up far into the corner and starts trying to climb the wall, and starts like not hissing, but kind of going like like this almost like the spit motion at the wall, and he's seemingly terrified and
Yeah,
is
French.
now saying "kill" very quietly.
I'm
Kill,
gonna point at
kill.
the door and go, kill.
He turns a devious grin and begins crawling on all fours towards the door. And I guess you didn't knock on the door; you knocked on like the wood around the door because it's just vine swinging.
Mm-mm.
And bursting out of the vines, which you are not, you heard him all the way up to the door, and you see him burst out of the vines and jump at you,
Good thing I can't
realizing
be
you're
surprised.
a full person. I mean, all right, what does say reducing Mr. Legs on all fours jumping out at him through the vines?
You know, it'd be really mean to do what Saber would actually do, but it's what Saber would
Yeah,
do.
Saber
It's,
knows
it's,
this is Mr. Legs.
it's still a spider, and Saber hates spiders just like I do. It's been,
What would
so
Saber do? Do what Saber would do.
Saber's gonna take a swipe at it with his sword.
Did you have your sword like readied?
Saber always has a sword ready. He's a murderer, Boston.
Okay, roll the hit.
No!
What's the damage?
And they'll wake up in the morning, and here lies Mr. Legs.
15.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Legs has gone from a 1 HP spider to a commoner, essentially.
Oh no.
So he has like 4 hit points. And even though I rolled a hit die to determine his hit points, it would not be higher than 15.
Yeah, it would not
Um,
be. The only way that he would not die is if, like, Saber at least restrained himself a little bit to just knock him out, not
No.
necessarily kill him.
Are you killing the kill?
Oh, this makes me feel
Or-
bad, but
You can
It's
use
what's-
the sharp side of the blade or the back to knock him out. Although, I mean, I'll allow non-lethality if you would, but if you wouldn't,
it'll be non-lethal.
okay, you whack him up against against the side of his head, and even though it's non-lethal, you did like split the skin and maybe even partially like fracture the skull. So he is
No.
sent rolling to the side, bleeding out of his head into the grass. His eyes roll back in the back of his head, and has gone quite pale and is just laying there.
Oh.
You don't
Aster, I guess you saw him jump out, and then you just hear a whack, and then a rolling through the grass.
At least he didn't crit, or he would pull what happened with
Yeah,
what happened to
Brendan.
Rendon?
Like,
Yeah,
he's the one guy.
still brains.
I mean, to be fair, I also didn't add sneak attack damage.
I don't think you didn't have advantage. This is
If I attack before, though.
If he's higher in the initiative order, which in this case,
What's the second
it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's
With it
whatever.
not being lethal, you probably wouldn't have gone for that anyway.
Right.
Aster,
That's
what
I'm
do you
saying.
do?
I'm gonna rush out, and then
You see Mr. Legs
see that
bleeding.
it's. I'm
Don't
gonna
think I can hear you tell him to kill.
I'm just gonna drag him back inside and set him on the flower bed. And then I'll come back outside and be like, what do you want?
Saber's just gonna run away now.
It's a drive-by.
Are you
Uh,
run away?
I wanna grasp him with a vine.
Aster and Saber fight. Okay.
Okay. Selena, roll. I think with your wisdom and proficiency, just roll a. I don't know. Just make a roll with add your wisdom and proficiency bonus to it, and then Saber, you can make an acrobatics roll to avoid being grappled.
This kid.
I don't-
No, Aster roll to hit. I guess actually.
Man. This
Yeah, I was
kid's
gonna-
what we call a filler episode.
Boston,
Not
to be
bad.
I
fair,
forgot
if
how to
you,
roll the hit.
what was it?
I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
I said I forgot how to.
In your case, with your character, I'm trying to think what you would use. I mean, just roll with like your what like your plant mace. You're not using actually like a weapon, but just with that grapple, just roll your plant mace attack. So just click on it. It's on the main screen. On your main it's under attack and spellcasting at the bottom middle. Just click where it says plant mace.
Oh, thanks.
No,
Okay,
not
the
bottom
vine
one shot.
grows on the ground and leaps out at Saber's feet, but he is able to, like, as it's like looping around his ankle, he jumps out of that and continues running away. Okay, with that, I'm going to say I'm going to jump cut to when everyone wakes up, unless there is anything specifically that the awake people want to do before then.
If
I'm
they want
gonna
to,
heal Mr. Legs.
Okay, you heal the wound on the back of his head. He's back to full, and he gets up, and he looks up at you and goes, "Kill? Mr. Legs?" and points at himself.
No. I was like, no, it's okay.
Suicide is bad, everyone.
He says, "Help," and hugs you.
Oh.
Anyways,
uh,
can we come
But-
back to Saran?
Real quick, I'm gonna see what everyone does when they wake up.
Brian did. If you want to, real quick,
Yeah.
just so
Because
people
everyone
listening
right
can
now,
hear.
just as a heads up, Boston, everyone right now is about a day forward from what Saran is currently in terms of the story.
No, it's the same.
No,
Oh, it
no, we're
is?
not.
Yeah, no, the day hasn't. Because when we jumped everyone being awake, it's gonna be like nighttime.
Okay, I
But at
see.
the moment,
I see.
we're about synced up until we jump.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
Because Waltari's
if you want-
room.
Yeah, Baltar's room.
Um,
If you want to describe it, what he
Yeah.
wrote down.
So he says she's gotten into gardening since her rest from adventuring. So her room is decorated with many beautiful flowers, polished rocks. At one end of her room is an altar with a wood carving in the form of Savros adorned with various colored stones. On the wall above her bed, she has drawings of the party members and other people she met through her adventures, as well as her deceased husband and son. She also has a collection of her favorite books, mostly fantasy stories and books about learning magic spells. Nice, I like it.
I like that. That's nice. That's sweet.
It's very sweet.
I want how good that drawing is Valtari. I wonder.
I mean,
Right, we can say in canon that her drawings are the drawings that you made of us. She's that good.
I mean, she's had plenty of time to learn
Yeah.
painting with her off time. So if she wants it to be good, it will be good.
Jin gave her some lessons
Yeah, that works.
and whatnot. She used to do forgeries and stuff, so she's got pretty decent with a brush.
Sweet, yeah, I love it.
Nice.
Sweet, yeah. It's now about evening. Those who had went to bed as soon as they got home begin to flutter awake. It's probably about 8 o'clock. Aster, you're done teaching Mr. Legs. After being done, do you stay in your cottage or do you join the rest of the group?
I'm gonna join the rest of the group.
You guys do you wake up to the dinner bell. As Felix is once again prepared to dinner. Does everyone kind of sit down at it?
Yeah, I
would sit down.
Sweet. I'm not gonna go. I do want to get some momentum into the session, unless there's anything anyone specifically wants to talk to Felix about. I imagine he would ask about what happened. I'm assuming you guys kind of fill him in.
Yeah, we filled him in. I would maybe I wouldn't have right away, but now would be a good time that I could be like, by the way, Felix, Cinder wanted me to give you this so that it might be helpful around the house, and he gave it to me, put it in the butler in the pocket watch form back into it, and so then I would however much we activated it, I don't remember how that necessarily
You just
works.
click it.
Activate
You were
that. Just click it, and then pops out the draconic butler Jarvis.
He clicks it, and it pops up, and Jarvis goes, "At your service." And Felix looks up at it and goes, "Oh, this is actually a great gift." Tell him I said thank you. I would love to have some help around the house. And he pats the shoulder of the thing and goes, "Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Would you mind getting a start on the dishes?" And Jarvis nods, "Of course," and goes into the kitchen and starts doing the dishes.
Not that you aren't also helping Valtari, of course.
Yes, Voltari's been great help with the garden. That pumpkin that Igneous unfortunately smashed was her and my project, but that's fine.
That's the first time you've ever seen Valtari mad is seeing.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
No, I'll kill you.
Felix does talk to Aster. You see you've brought someone else home.
Yes.
Will she be staying for the long term?
If she wants.
Yeah.
Aster, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm sorry I didn't get to introduce myself to you sooner.
Pleasure to meet you, home slice.
What did you just say? And who's this?
Mr. Legs is gonna be like, kill.
Well, that's quite aggressive. Who's this man? Is he your friend as well?
That's a long
Yes,
story.
this is Mr. Legs.
I just give Mr. Legs a glance.
Mr. Legs rubs the back of his head and
he's
looks
a reincarnated spider that she grew attached to.
Oh.
He was almost a dead spider earlier.
Wait, what?
Admitting to murder is not.
Mr. Legs kind of begins to. He doesn't know what crying is yet. He's never cried, so he just starts like tearing up a little bit and is like wiping away his eyes and starts sniffling and is really confused and almost getting scared. Oh, it's Mr. Felix. Felix like goes over and pats him on the back. It's okay. Pulls up a stool and sits him down on it. It's okay. Pleasure to meet you. And reaches his hand out to shake his hand.
he just looks up at him and says, "Gil."
He goes, friend? And he looks at you, Aster, and goes, kill?
Yeah, I was like, no, friend, help.
All right,
Friend, help. And he goes to like, he doesn't know what to do with the hand, so he just kind of like starts slapping it between both of his hands and then like pats it and nods at Felix.
Wait, that's the next word that you decided to teach him?
Kill, yes.
He
And
nods.
he knows
to the
food
rest of you.
too, so he goes, food.
Yeah, looking at the food in front of him, he goes, kill food, and begins to spit on it. And then sits and sees as it doesn't disintegrate and turn to slush. And just kind of sits there and nods and goes, and gives a thumbs up.
How does he know how to give a thumbs up, though?
Is that
Well,
something else
Aster has to know if he understands or not.
Oh.
He's caveman brain now, so he's like achieved a level of body language communication as well.
He's gonna need to be able to eat more than just what as a spider is used to if he in a humanoid body in order to survive.
Yeah, you're not realizing he doesn't know how to eat.
Maybe that's something that you should have taught him.
He is looking over at you, Aster, very like confused, and he holds his rumbling stomach.
He just wants to eat some flies, but he doesn't understand.
I'll show him what to do. Mr. Chomp Chomp will come out and start eating food too.
Taking after Mr. Chomp, he opens his mouth, goes down to the plate, and like encloses a chunk of it. This is like chicken leg, so he gets a whole like chicken leg in his mouth and begins mimicking the motion.
Something with bones is hard to teach a brand new thing for someone how to eat.
Felix goes and grabs a bowl of mashed potatoes and kind of swaps it out. Goes, yeah, that should be easier. And takes the chicken, goes to grab the chicken wing out of his mouth, and he bites down and goes, food. He goes, okay. And you guys have a lovely dinner, and teach Mr. Lakes somewhat how to eat.
Seeing all of that, Ignis is gonna look at his plate and just whisper, "I'm too hungover for this."
Felix casts you a disappointed glance.
I'm just, again, too hungover to even notice, I guess.
Yeah, you have a raging headache, just throbbing.
Okay.
And yeah, with that, dinner finishes up. Jarvis begins to clean up the rest of your plates. And I mean, Felix he's grown. He's past the point of like worrying about you guys. So when you tell him about he still worries, but he's past the point of vocalizing it. And as you guys kind of tell him about what happened, he's just more nodding, like with a concerned look.
It's like a parent that's like just kind of used to like the kids just bumbling like nonsense, and they're just like, wow.
He's very clearly glad you are back. No one is dead. And is just this is part of the routine now, so
nice.
He goes along with it. Dinner's over, and you guys.
Well, I guess before dinner ending, I guess during dinner, we would say Jake would speak up, be like, "Is there anything that we need to talk about else? Do you think we should discuss?"
no jobs have come in since you've been gone. So at the moment, there's not really much pressing. I'm just waiting for the rest of the group to get back.
Well-
Well, I would like to bring something up actually.
Go for it,
Yes.
Saber.
So with a slight hiccup in my plan that I had today, I think it'd be best to go and kill Titanus.
Tall order.
Rendon just speaks up and he's like, "Wait, who?"
Mr. Lake goes
Titanus,
kill.
we've told you the stories. Remember, big guy. Well, not always big, but he can become huge, and pretty much kill like a lot of us.
Yes.
I
well,
see.
we know where he is. Somewhere near Guam. Does
Wherever
anyone have-
that is, necessarily on Earth.
Igneous, do
I
you have a
wish,
map
I
for
wish,
us?
I wish Cinder was here. He would know.
I think I may
think-
remember some of it, wouldn't I, Boston?
Yeah.
With all the reading I did.
Roll history.
You should be decent at that, right?
I think so.
Who's sitting closest to Felix?
I probably am. 27
Yeah.
history.
Nice.
Yeah. You even read like? Did you also like read like newspapers as well?
Yeah, it would be everything that would catch me up into what's happening.
Yeah, one of the newspapers talked about the Navy occupation in Guam, the American Navy that was stationed there. And you do know about it and know its general location. Roll with me insight, Igneous. There's also two sides. So who else might be closest to Felix as well?
25 insight.
Honestly, I would probably say Saber just because Saber likes being near another tabaxi.
Well, that's
Yeah,
fair.
give
I
me
think you've
insight.
done that before.
Give me insight as well.
Yeah.
Let's learn actually. Where is Saber? Is there Sabers? Alright,
That's pretty good, too.
23 with host waste 25.
It's not sugary enough. Yeah, you guys.
Oh my.
What was
What the-
that?
What the frick?
She's put her entire mouth around the microphone. So
Wait, Polina or Calypso?
Felina. No,
Felina.
Calypso did not put her mouth on her.
Let me put
I
my
would put that with cat.
let me
She's
put my
just
cat on the mic.
She's just channeling Mr. Lakes. It's okay.
Yep.
Yeah. It's true.
Mr. Legs and Chomp.
You guys notice a almost look of recognition in Felix's eyes, mentioning Guam. More
that-
so that you
I
can
think
tell
he-
he knows what that is. Maybe not that he like this is like triggered like a memory in him, but he seems to almost like nod in a way that shows that he knows what Guam is.
Have you heard of that place before, Felix?
Oh, I'm a curious fellow. I've had a lot of years in this manner alone, so I've tried to find as many books as I could on interesting subjects. One of them being Earth, and one of those books included a map. I did not get it here, of course, but there are people that seem to peddle books that come from Earth. Might be a little less than legal, but it was very interesting.
Well, we're familiar with some people who take things, like smuggle things between Earth and the Fae.
I don't
Well,
think
because
they
like,
may be
oh,
inclined to help us, though.
Yeah, exactly. You know, because we have to realize, like, be realistic. How are we going to be able to get to Earth to do that?
Yeah, that's also what I was wondering. We don't have any way necessarily to go.
Your friend Xandris, didn't he have some plane shifting capability? I remember you mentioning something about him trying to find you during that whole tournament fiasco.
Because that it's
Mhm.
fair. That is true.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was
With-
hoping.
Would he be inclined to help us with that?
Well, that's a good question.
I don't
Maybe
see why
he
not.
adventured
He was
with
a
you,
big.
yeah.
He was a help to us in Zothia.
I don't know
Hmm.
if owes us.
Oh, Brandon, is this the
anything.
roll to see if you remember what Guam is? What's your bonus for
Yes,
history?
it is. 0.
Oh, I mean, you were also like probably pretty young.
Yeah.
Probably not very knowing of like the world's political standings, like what's happening. You know about World War One, but
Yeah.
Guam is not something that you remember
Not
specifically.
specifically, at least.
So
Yeah.
I want to go there and take Titanus out, but I also don't want a large force doing it. I feel like that would just draw more attention of the Shadow Assembly, and that's not what we want. We
So you're
want.
not.
Well, if I
You're not saying,
remember,
you're saying you want to kill him yourself, are you?
I'm not saying I want to go alone. I know I can't do that. I'm much too delicate, especially in this body.
May also be
But
open. I mean, it's an open attack. I don't think they are chasing us at the moment, but that may trigger
no,
them to.
no. I'd hear what else because we also I feel like we know something about
mm,
with what's
we do.
happening around there, right? We know about it's like the earthquakes or something.
Well, as part of the intelligence that Jin and Virgil brought in, didn't they say something about them wanting to kill you? Right? Wasn't that
Hmm.
a
Something
part of it?
along those lines, yeah.
That's why Titanus is there. Something
And
about that.
that's
The mission that the League of Adventurers had set up for you
yes, and that's why I don't want to do it on their mission, but on my own
on their terms.
mission. I want to take him out, when they hopefully don't expect it. I mean, I know I'm quick enough and silent enough to get the jump on him.
He's not alone, though, is he?
Yeah,
But
it's not.
that's my issue. Is he's probably not alone.
It may be a better idea to go with most of us, though. We don't know, even if it is to try not to draw attention, we don't really know what to expect.
Yeah, and we've seen what happens when we go few in numbers. Things don't turn out too well. But it's also I don't know. There's just so
So,
many different things to do. It almost feels like I don't know what's the best course of action.
Well, I think the only thing that we can do is be as prepared as we can with what we know. There's no way to necessarily know what they are planning. We have information that helps.
I think we need to wait. I think the biggest thing that we just need to do is wait to find out what happens with the other group. We can't make any. I don't think we should take any other actions until that their mission
We
is done.
also we also need to
no,
figure out a way to get to. Well, why don't I try to contact Centris, I guess, and see if he is willing to help us?
Yeah. And I need to find out more about this sort of power that and connection that I have. And that's why here soon I'm going to need Kruvar's help to go to go see my father. 'Cause I need to talk to him and see what if there's anything that he knows.
mm,
He was there for my birth, so he should know something. I feel like. Anyone is
So
free to join. Anyone is free to join me. In fact, I think Esther, it would be great for you. Maybe you can come see where my homeland. There's a very strong, um, relationship between the Feywild and even the inhabitants of there. And that's what I want the whole world, hopefully, to be able to be like. Is that all right?
Suppose. Sure, I would like to come.
Well, that sounds good. And again, anyone else if they want, but I don't understand if you need to do things. I think maybe, like I said, wait. I'll do that and figure that stuff out. We need to wait for the other group, and if they come back while I'm away, you need to let me know right away that they're there. I need to see if Dawn and is okay, and also just find out again, like if anyone else is hurt. But I think in the meantime, if we can try to figure out if we can go over to Earth, then that could be a possibility. Because what it's weird because like the closest thing to us and the easiest to be able to confront would be to go to where Uriel is, but I don't think we're ready for that. While it sounds like he's not causing trouble, he's just kind of there.
Remind me, was
And
he in the same place as Titanus? Like in
No,
no,
home? Okay.
no, he's he's in the country we're in right now.
Who is?
yeah,
Oh, you
Oh,
Uriel.
Uriel.
Uriel? Yes.
He's what worries me the most because right now it's I don't know, like Jin said, he either seems sad um or maybe even remorseful, but I can't take the chance that we can just go there and just talk to him because I know that we would die if we try to fight him how we are now.
I mean, fighting Uriel is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Like, but what if we talk to him?
Well, that's what I said. I mean, if we could, that's great, but we need to go there also expecting
A
that it
fight.
may turn into a fight.
Mm,
And I know that if it does turn into that, we would die.
did Boston just die?
Boston did cut out for a minute there.
No, he literally dropped from the call.
I know. That's what
What
I was
happened?
saying.
What?
You got
What
Boston?
happened?
good, Boston?
What happened?
I don't know.
You Boston dropped from the call. That's
I
weird.
heard a bloop and then I don't know what that was.
Yeah, you
That's
got
weird.
disconnected from the call.
Whack.
Anyways.
Mhm.
So, what is your thing, Saber?
Well, I honestly think I don't think we wait. That's my issue.
He's
Well,
had
We
all
don't
this
know.
time. He's had all this time he could have done something, but he hasn't.
Let's
Hmm?
see. And I'm going to cast Sending on Santris, and I'll ask him if he would take us to Earth. Boston?
What? Sorry.
I'm casting Sending on
Oh, you are
Santris.
casting. Okay, sorry.
Yep.
Sweet. Yeah. You. Yeah. What do you say to him?
We want to go to Earth, to Guam specifically. Do you know the place? And can you take us?
Guam.
I know.
Um. I don't know the spot, but I can get you to Earth. If you had a map, maybe. Or I could try and get you as close as possible.
Okay. I'll just let everybody know what he said. And
Do we have a,
Oh, Boston dropped again.
is there something up with your guys' internet, Felina?
No, it's fine.
Did it
I
happen?
don't know.
Did it happen again?
It did.
yeah,
Yeah.
you dropped.
Dude, what is
And
going on?
It's only you too. It's not even Felina.
Let me drop and then
Yeah,
leave the call and then try and come back.
I know Discord does it
I'm
sometimes.
on the Wi-Fi too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's weird that's only happening to Boston.
Yeah, my other Wi-Fi stuff isn't even like crapping out at all.
Part of me
Hmm.
Are
thinks that like
you
some
connected with
Discord
Ethernet?
I'm on Ethernet, yeah.
part of me thinks that some Discord like mods, like people who actually own Discord and moderate it and all that kind of stuff, are like hiding behind the scenes, just like let's kick this person and then put it back in just to see if he's an actual person.
Anyway, yeah. So yeah, that's a message from Xantris.
Ignis, do we have a map of Earth?
Wait,
Don't think we do.
they got a message from Xantris?
He
Yes.
messaged Xantris.
Yeah.
Who messaged Xantris?
I cast sending on him.
Atheist.
I just. Are you disconnecting too?
Sorry, I've been kind of in my own world since my character's not there.
Shame.
Yeah, too bad.
This would be
Yeah,
you would be talking
so
to Xantris after whatever has been happening. I feel like, or is this?
this will be at the same
Because
time, I think.
was there a time between? Because I thought with the stuff with Saran and them, it was happening right after we had left.
Yeah. So this is after she already talked to him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll relay the information. We could look into that. He also said that he could take us to a nearby spot.
Well,
That definitely a map would help. Um, I don't have one, and I don't know where we
what
can
about
find one.
what about Felix?
Well, he
I-
also said that.
I could procure a map of Earth.
How fast can you do that?
Well, I just have to look through the library.
Oh, I thought
So
we
give me
didn't.
like 30 minutes.
Perfect.
well,
It'll give us time to finish breakfast, dinner ish,
Yeah.
whatever this is.
we'll just make
after
sure
dinner.
that. Yeah, it is dinner. But
Well,
we
he's
just need to
saying
make
because
sure
he's
that.
just.
Sorry, go.
No, that was it.
Yeah, Felix
okay.
goes off to the library. Yeah. So
Okay, well, it sounds like we have at least a way to do that.
So
We just
who
need
would
to make sure that Xantris knows that we don't necessarily need him to do it right away, but
I do?
we're not
Do what?
going. We're not going straight to Earth. That's
Well,
already
I'm not.
determined.
At the very
I'm
least,
not.
we need to go to Droakia.
Yeah, and that's easy. Kruvar has teleport.
Yeah, I guess he could do it, so I don't spend my magic.
And that's the thing. It's like, plus, Ignis, I'm not even sure if I want you coming on this, if I'm honest.
Interesting.
And I don't mean to be offensive. It's just, well, do you remember Shar? Do you remember Shar's cult back on Earth?
I
How you,
remember. Yeah.
you remember tripping in the hallway when we were trying to be sneaky?
Well, it's not the only time I've done that,
That's my point.
but that's precisely what we were talking about. Like, we don't necessarily need to not be, because
It's
we're
not.
gonna
We
be
can't.
open attack.
Yeah, we
But
can't just rely on stealth for this.
But it's
like,
it's better to get the jump on him. Is what I'm saying.
well, it's not like I would go on my own to do things and press red buttons.
Dang. Called out.
Oh.
Like, Saber's like, I don't care. I'll do it again.
Well, that's precisely my.
How much younger do you think you could get?
I'll
But
hope it ages me.
but I guess that is something that it would give me time to prepare some things that I've been thinking of. I just don't know.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Like I said, I'm not trying to be rude about it. I'm just trying to be
I see your
strategic.
point. It's not. Well, you bringing this up doesn't mean I'm going to listen to you, but
And
it
that's
is a
fair.
good point. Hmm.
All right. Anyways, you guys can and figure out what we're gonna do. But again, we're not gonna leave until after the other group is back.
I
Yep.
disagree with that.
No, we can get ready and prepare ourselves because we're gonna be going to Earth. That's not just a simple trip
Do you remember
to take.
how much the League of Adventurers said that this mission would take them?
I don't think they mentioned it yet.
What do you mean?
So just like if they gave them a time frame to finish the mission.
There was no ETA. No.
Okay. Well,
So I'm not
I
waiting.
don't
If I'm
think
done.
I'm
I
not
don't think
saying. I'm
waiting
not
is an
saying.
option.
I'm not saying that we don't do anything. So I'm
Well,
saying making big plans and plays like that. I feel like it's something that we can't just do right away.
I don't
I
don't
don't think
quite
we really
agree
need to
with
plan so
that.
much. Yeah.
We don't know how much we're gonna wait. We don't even know if they're gonna come back.
Mhm.
It's part of the job.
They're gonna come back.
Again, there's no guarantee of it. As much as I
Exactly.
want them to come back, I would think it is a good idea to go soon.
Rendon, a little bit depressed, just kind of pipes up from the corner. I hope they survive and aren't gonna die. I hope they come back.
I do too, but
He still can't see anything.
we never know.
Voltari by this point would have healed your blindness.
Oh, thanks,
Horrible.
Valtari.
Let me
Yeah.
just reduce the cost of greater restoration.
Wait, why
From you
greater?
guys.
Wait, don't do greater. We're
Oh,
not
is it
gonna do
lesser?
it for
It's
Lesser?
lesser
It's
restoration.
Lesser.
lesser.
It's lesser.
Oh,
Greater
Okay, let me just-
restorations for limbs.
oh,
And like
okay.
and like other things too. But
Oh, cool. Never mind.
anyways,
Yeah, no, super easy.
okay.
Yeah, it's super easy.
Am I the only
So
one who thinks the same way here?
pretty much.
I think we should also plan more and wait for them to get back, or at least give them a chance to get back.
I think
So we have 2-2 so far.
that
But Brendan, what do you think, Brendan?
Mm. It would be better if we knew they were back, but like Igneous said, we don't know when they'll get back. It could be never.
Could be weeks, could be months.
Is there any way to contact them?
No,
I can try,
I don't think so. If I
but
remember right, there's no way to
I
do
mean,
so.
if it is a regular extraplanar place that they are in, yes, but it is through the dome, so I don't think that would work. But I can try regardless.
Mm,
Would you like me to try? And I just like ask Rendon directly.
I mean, it would give me some comfort, at least. I don't know about everybody else.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't hurt to try.
Okay,
Paper
and
guy.
I'll try. I'll cast sending on. Let's say Valen.
okay. What message do you try and send?
One, if they are okay and how the mission is progressing. Basically, it's like, how is the mission going? Are you guys good?
Meanwhile, we're in the library and like time is like fast forwarding inside of there.
I mean,
You do
it's
not
also under
receive.
the dome. Yeah.
You do not receive any sort of return message. It's
Do I
magic.
get? Sorry. Go ahead.
It's as if the magic is getting. No, it's not that it's not reaching its destination. It's like it's being almost intercepted. You can feel the magic go out, and you make contact with something, but all you get back is this sort of almost static buzz in your head. And in your vision, this like dark, seeping, almost shadowy tendrils begin to like close in and then retreat.
Do I have any idea of what that may have been?
You can roll
If it
Arcana.
was okay. Because I don't think that's good for his mental health. 27 Arcana.
He's just always seeing things in his head. It's okay.
It's like some other creature is receiving a message instead of your target. And it's not conscious. That's why, like, it's not like fully conscious. So you're not receiving a response other than this sort of ambient energy almost. And it is shadowy in nature. And you almost, I think you would be able to determine, especially with that high Arcana, that this is Shiva or Nyx or some combination of the two. Like that's what's generating this feedback.
That was weird. Yeah, I got nothing except somehow it reminded me of Shiva. I don't know if it is being intercepted, but it's something similar to that. So no, I don't.
Yeah,
I
there's
don't know
no
what
way
happened to
do
them.
that.
That's not good.
I don't think it's better we wait either then.
Well,
It may be
well,
good to make
we
more
may
progress
not
on
need
our
to.
end.
Well, I still think at least a couple days. Get ready and prepare.
I think
I
what is
agree with
important, unfortunately, this intel that we've received, it's not, we don't know how long they will be there. If we wait, we could show up and they are gone. So,
Yeah.
I would just like to posit the fact that waiting increases the chances of this intel no longer being accurate.
Right.
So if it is something you wish to act on, the sooner you do, the more likely they'll be there still. Especially the outcome of what the rest of them are doing could also influence what they choose to do in the future. If the impact is big enough, they could change course entirely, and then you lose your chance.
All right. So who's going?
Okay.
I could go and stay back if.
Oh, the fact that he's speaking, he's back with the book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a quite large book, and as he unfolds it, it's one of those like fold out papers. So he folds it out, and there is a whole map of Earth in it.
All right. Okay. Fine.
I mean, I'm going. That's not for argument.
I can hand back. I can go in case you guys need, I don't know, some teleportation in there.
We'll need our mage for sure.
Question.
Brandon Evans. Yes.
Oh no, yeah, never mind. I answered my own question. Never mind.
Brendan, would you like to come with us?
Go to Earth.
It would be nice to go to Earth. I haven't been home.
I know.
Since
Isn't it
got
right?
here.
Rendon is also was taken back to the past as well.
What?
Wasn't it like Rendon was also kind of like he's from a more modern time, or
No, he's from
No.
1926.
Okay, he is from. Okay, I could.
Whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think that'd be great to have you there. You know at least a little bit about Earth.
I know, but it's been so long, and I'm so unfamiliar. It's just
It's okay,
after what we just
Brendan.
did.
Okay.
What if we accidentally hurt people? I don't want to hurt
Well,
people
look-
again.
Well,
Well, that's
then
why I'm
you're
mostly.
in the wrong group then. Go.
Well, Rendon, I mostly want you there as a healer, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
That's nice to know
Our
that I'm
main
wanted.
healer. Esther?
Well, I already told Drake I'd go with him.
Okay. Well, I think also there's a couple of the people that we should see if they are free to come. Saran, see if she can do so. But imagine, I don't know, she has all that stuff there. And honestly, I think someone who knows Earth a little bit more than Brendan here, I'm sorry.
I mean, that's why me and Igneous are both going.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
someone who also lived at Earth for most of his life. I think that we need Cinder there.
Are your
No,
characters
he's
going to try and... Because I do want to jump back to Spencer when I get the chance, but I don't want to leave you guys on a cliffhanger.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
we're just
Um,
finishing up the numbers, and I
yes,
think
like-
that's about it.
yeah, I'll just let you guys finish up. Just letting you know. That's the plan.
Sounds good.
I don't think bringing Cinder would be a good idea
Why so?
because he's loud. And again, well, I don't think
He has calmed down and gotten better. The fact that he, while we were in Trakia, he agreed to take the sideline after his mishap shows that he has matured.
I will say, out of character,
I know.
it would complicate things because there's no player, and I think it's better to leave him in Droakia.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you. We'll okay, but we'll figure it out. We still got some time before we leave. But I'll say, Drake said like, okay, well, we're not gonna leave right away. I need to go again and talk to my father.
I'll give you
So
24 hours.
yeah, and that's fine.
So you
All
guys
right.
plan to leave in 24 hours?
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
it's late enough. But with a couple hours time difference, it should still be early enough that I can get there. All right, Kruvar. Imagine Kruvar's been there. He's kind of
Yeah.
there too. He help me out with that
I guess. Actually,
again.
I don't know.
And
I don't know if I can really,
But
maybe
what?
because that's taking a shot, Thomas.
that's what.
That's taking a risk.
True. He does
Kruger's
not
never
know.
Hasn't he been? Hasn't he helped and been shown?
No,
Given
not
the
there.
sigil, given the sigil for the teleportation circle there.
He doesn't
Oh,
have teleportation circle.
I think it was Saran that had the teleportation circle.
Yeah, Saran has teleportation circle.
But
Kruger
so
only has
does
teleport.
Kruvar. Oh,
No. Yeah.
does wait? Jin might have it. Let me double check Jin's.
Wait, what are we talking about now?
Thomas is
Jin.
trying to get to
Okay, while we figure that
to
out,
South America.
I'm going to jump back to Spencer.
Yep.
So,
Oh,
Jin does know teleportation circle.
okay, good to know.
Okay, so Jin would do it. Okay.
Sweet. So, back in that woods, after your mom has kind of left you alone, Saran, and you've had time to kind of think things through, what do you do?
Well, she's continued to kind of walk for a bit, but she's kind of tired given the whole fight that had taken place recently. So what she's gonna do is she's going to wall a stone around herself, while still having like some holes to like provide some airflow, but
Mhm.
just that about that, and trying to get the maybe to kind of like lie down and just kind of think about some things, about what kind of has transpired and all that kind of stuff. Think about Varian, think about the future of the country, and just ponder upon all of the things that has just transpired within the last 3 days.
Gotcha.
Do we want to bring up the things that we discussed?
I'll let you do as you please.
Okay. In advance, this is rolls that were made out of session, so
Yeah, this could be when all that happens for sure.
yeah. As she's thinking about it, she focuses on Varian and about how all this began, and how the mana crystals were even an idea to begin with to mine. She thinks of the emperor, the previous emperor, and how he went ahead and decided to mine out these crystals. But it seems kind of odd to her that an emperor would decide to go out of his way to risk the stability of the country and the safety of many just for those mana crystals. It seemed out of place to her to begin with. It just doesn't seem like something that he would have made as a decision on his own. And as she's thinking about it a little bit longer, something comes to mind, kind of a conversation that she's had with Voltari in the past about how Voltari's deity kind of had part of his dominion was with dreams and being able to.
Well, you do remember that it has been said that the emperor had these sort of dreams he believed to be prophetic in terms of like a coming war, which is part of the reason that he got the mana crystals is to prepare for war.
Okay. So there were details I was missing, but as I was thinking of that with the dreams and such, I thought about Varian and the words he said about how he got certain powers with dealing with the devil, with Mammon. And I also thought about how Mammon has some connections to Diabolus, and how Voltari's former deity used to have dominion over dreams, but those powers were effectively siphoned from him. And all this kind of pieces together to where she kind of comes to a realization and kind of sits up from being kind of like lying down in the darkness. A realization of, holy crap, Varian did that. Varian planted this dream within the former emperor and caused this to all happen. And earlier she kind of wanted to kind of go in a direction of doing this on her own and maybe trying to find Varian and talking with him about things and trying to get the mana crystals back. But now she kind of, I feel like the fire within her of doing such a thing has kind of grown even more, further, and like kind of doing things on her own. Because her mother, well, yes, she does trust her mother. She doesn't like the fact that her mother kind of offered disapproval towards her. And it brought back a lot of bitter memories. And also with Xantris, like her gut just telling her that there's something up with him that I just can't get along with. She is going to, while in this stone hut, and this is after kind of like hours of pondering upon it, so it's kind of like time has passed a lot. She is going to cast teleportation circle, because she knew that Igneous had like done sending to her before, and she's going to teleport to the neighboring town next to the manor and start her walk back to the manor.
Oh, so you're going back to everyone.
She's going back to the manor to find Igneous to see if she can do, because she doesn't know where Ildizin is, which was the first idea, to find Ildizin to find some clues of where to find clues where Varian would be. But now, since that's kind of been expended and she doesn't know where Varian is. All she knows is Varian's heading back to where the party might be. So her next best
He's
bet.
going back to where his hometown is.
Okay. Would I actually know where that is, out of curiosity?
You don't. You just know hometown. That's all you know.
And this is for Ildezen, right?
No, you know Varian.
Oh, okay. I
well,
was talking about
you
Ildezen.
misused words. Okay, yeah. You know that Ildezen is probably going for his wife. Yes.
Okay, so he's going back to the mansion. He knows where the mansion is, right?
Yep.
Okay, but it's going to be a pretty long journey for him unless he can
Was
find
he?
someone to teleport.
I don't know if he knows where the manor is. He's never been there.
He sent a letter to it.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's true. But what I thought that was through Sandris though.
Well, if
'Cause
Santress
it was a
knows, then
projection. Yeah.
if Santress knows, Ildezen knows.
Okay.
But yeah, she's gonna teleport and just kind of start her journey back to the mansion. So kind of around the time that you guys are talking about this whole thing,
Yeah, that's fair to say. Yeah.
you guys hear a knock and then the door open and you see Saran get back.
I feel like Drake would have left
Hey,
already. He's not there.
that was interesting.
Hey, Igneous, can I have a word with you for a second?
He looks at you very curiously, and he's like, "Sure. Are you okay?"
She pauses for a second. In a rock and a hard place right now. But that aside, I need to know if you can be able to, if there's a way that you can allow for me to cast a sending spell. Like if you could transfer some of that magic to me to cast that.
I can try. I don't think I can, but
Out of
let
character,
me
there
think.
was an item you guys picked up before.
What?
The Ring of Spell Storing.
Well, I don't
I
have it.
have that one.
Yeah.
Is Felina's character overhearing this conversation?
From what it
Mm,
sounds like, right as we left was when Thomas or Drake and Aster were going to Drake's homeland.
If we want to make
Okay.
it, we can make it say that that she got there right before I
The
left
circle. I mean,
instead.
costs a minute for takes a minute for the circle to be made. So, I guess this is like while Jin is creating the circle,
Yeah.
which is just in the foyer. The dining room's right next to the foyer, so Aster is nearby.
Saran's gonna shrug it off anyways. If Esther doesn't speak up, and she's gonna say,
I guess
How-
Aster, would you?
"How well do you need to know a person to cast sending?"
I need to.
You only have to have like met them once.
Yeah, I need to be able to be aware of them.
Can I trust you?
do you want me to roll perception?
I mean, it's the same room. What's your passive perception? What's 10? Like, what's basically take 10 and add your perception score to it. That'd be your passive. Because they're not being quiet.
Okay, 1 second.
I just like look at Seren and like, haven't you?
Haven't you what? Would you like? Haven't I
Like,
trust?
haven't you been trusting me this time?
Oh, yours is a 14, Felina. You would have overheard.
Yes, but at this time,
Okay,
I need someone who I can really trust.
Once again, is that not what you've been doing?
Can you answer
What
me the
is
damn
going-
question, please? Can I trust you or not?
I guess this line of questioning is answering your question. I don't know what to tell you, Saran.
I need you to send a message to Varian.
Okay. Why?
Please
Help
don't
me,
ask that
Obi-Wan
question
Kenobi.
right now.
I
Just
not. I need to know.
hopefully
You've been gone for like. Well, you stay there for a little bit, and now you're just doing this. So I don't know what's going on. Then
there's still some loose ends to wrap up. The mana crystals and all that stuff. I need to talk to him.
what do you want me to tell him?
This is Saran. I'm alive and well. Where are you?
Where are you?
Okay,
I'm so sorry.
I can try, but he's gonna know that it's not you that's sending it.
Then add the message that I'm sending it through someone else who I trust.
Does Aster do anything? Does she interject?
Roll persuasion, I guess.
That's something she can totally do.
Not with your rolls.
Nat 20. Not with my rolls, my
Yeah.
ass!
Language. It was also a low DC, but that's fine. Okay, and I'll send that message.
No,
Varian.
Oh,
no changes, just straight up.
Straight how she.
She's gonna also add. So she basically the message will be, "This is Saran. I'm alive and well. I'm sending this message through a trusted friend. Where are you?" And then that'll be the end of the message.
Ignis, you get back. Tell Sran.
I'm gonna walk up to Sararian
It's Saran.
and
Sarian.
just like hold out the ring.
Well,
If I could
It-
have told Saran where I was going initially, then I would have. Tell her I wish her well, and I'm sorry how things ended. Goodbye.
Why
am
did
I
that
doing?
sound like? Why did that sound like such a Dear John message?
I
That's
was
what
gonna
I was.
say. I was
I
gonna
was
say
gonna
he
say.
broke up with you.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm going to say. No, I'm just gonna give the message, but he's like muttering to himself, "Why am I doing this?" And he's gonna tell Saran what he said and add. So he's just breaking up with you. Is that what you needed to know, or what's going on?
at this point, she kind of just collapses to the ground and curls up in a ball and just starts crying.
Oh, first breakup, huh?
I think technically, yeah.
It's not-
Felix is going to come over and start consoling you and patting you on the back. There. Would you like a tissue?
You want
I'm
water?
going to. I'm still just standing there in front of her face with the ring.
Oh, so who's this Varian? But you mentioned him earlier, right? When you were telling me about what happened.
We may have saved the country at this moment.
You may save the country, or you may have already.
We may have saved the country at this moment in time, but it's just gonna fall apart.
If
What countries do?
Yay!
you say yay in response to the country falling apart,
No,
Yep.
Mr. Legs just comes around, kill. Without those mana crystals, the council, my mother, I don't know what will happen.
We have enough problems right now. We can take care of that later.
Felix asks you, "Do you have anything from Varian? Anything he owned or anything?
Hold on.
She has a locket tight in her heart.
Shoot. Was there anything at any point that Saran took from Varian?
I think there was, but I don't remember very well.
I wasn't.
I know there was the tail of that little tiny dragon thing that prevented magic.
The piranha dragons.
Yeah. Boston, what are your thoughts on that?
Did he ever like handcuff you? How did he get you to come with him?
I just
Yeah,
willingly
did he
went.
handcuff you?
Shut up.
Wow.
Wow.
I willingly went. So
Well, let's roll for it.
okay. So are we rolling a D100?
I'm gonna roll a D100, and then yeah, we'll just see how that goes. So I'm gonna say the chance that because you had like spent like a couple days on the road, so there's a chance there's like a piece of food that you had stuffed away in a pocket from like a meal, and he was providing the food that you might still have that he had touched.
There was also combat, which could have resulted in torn clothes.
Oh,
Yeah, so there might be
okay.
something. So I'm gonna call this a.
That makes sense.
We'll call this another 35%.
35% chance of happening.
Yep.
Were we going to go with
Hey.
high or low?
Yeah, I go
Low.
35 or lower. So yes, there is some of his own rations, a piece of jerky that you find in one of your pockets.
There was this. I'm not sure if it'll. I mean, it could help. Could you?
He looks grabs it. As you know, I was given power by the fates. I see the threads of people's lives. With a piece of him, or something he had on his person for long enough, I might be able to find his thread through that. There's a chance. It's this not being a personal item. Yeah, I'm not sure if that would help, but if he had handled it, there might be some of his. I hate to use this word right now. Essence on it. There's a chance. Don't get your hopes up.
She hands the piece of jerky. It's not a worm,
takes it.
okay? Why do
He-
you send the gif of a worm?
He summons a needle into his hand, takes it and stabs it through the piece of jerky, and begins to lift in the air, and his eyes go gold. And you can see a slight thread coming off of where it would loop through the needle and growing very faintly. And it continues and wraps around and goes up and sort of vanishes as it gets higher. Roll insight, anyone who's watching.
Okay.
Rick would be interested.
Not one.
Oh, sheesh.
Astra, are you watching?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Drake would have been waited to see what was going on with Saran.
Yeah.
And all that.
Hmm.
While
Okay. Drake and Aster, you notice Felix's eyes go wide and you can see a subtle. Felix is pretty good at masking emotions, generally, especially ones he doesn't want to convey. But you have noticed that like there's subtle changes to his face and his expression that can kind of denote the truth of what he's feeling. And you can see in this moment the truth of what he's feeling is surprise and almost a bit of fear. And you notice him mouth the name Mammon.
Oh.
And also another look of recognition. And he snaps his hands shut over the piece of jerky, so fast that he even like drives the needle into his hand a little bit as he pulls it apart and plucks it out. And the needle vanishes, and he hands it to you, and you see a bit of blood in his palm that runs down the side of it.
Felix?
Whew. I found him.
Where is he?
He's in a small town.
Saran
At the coast.
takes out a map from her bag and unrolls it.
I was able to identify his spool of thread. And he kind of conjures a thread in front of him. Saran, I know you possess abilities that allow you... If anyone were to teleport while grasping this thread, it would take them right to him. This is a connection to his essence. So if you wish, Saran, whoever here that can teleport, if they want to grab hold of this, will go where he is. All I know is he's in a town, and that town is moving.
It's moving?
Yes.
What do you mean by moving?
It's surrounded by water on all sides, and it is moving. That's all I can tell.
Felix, what else? I saw something else. I know.
He looks at you. There wasn't anything else. I was just surprised by the town moving.
What was that? No. Felix, we know you well enough. What did he mean? He said mammon.
Roll persuasion? Question mark.
Okay. Give us a little guidance. Well, that's not good. It's not good. Everyone want to help out, or they can
Aster,
themselves.
you could give the help action since you also saw.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I need to push
you say
anything?
something? No, you just give Thomas advantage. I essentially like you would probably just say like, "Oh, I saw it too," sort of thing,
Okay.
corroborating his
Okay.
statement.
Come on, please roll better here.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Hey, that's better. I'll keep the one just because.
Yeah,
Right?
19.
So 19.
Part of his thread, it's on souls that have been claimed or sold. The thread is tainted, stained red by blood almost. And I saw he was claimed by Mammon.
We're out of character. We have heard Mammon, right?
Yes,
We
yeah,
are-
you know who Mammon is for sure. And he's one of the Archdevils of Hell, and with this business with the Devil's Advocates, you've heard the name before in relation to the Devil's Advocates.
Yeah. Saran, this could be more dangerous than you realize.
I have tricks up my sleeve.
No. We don't want you doing this on your own.
I'm gonna be doing it on my own. And she
Why?
starts walking away.
I'm going to subtle spell cast Gias on Saran.
Oh, interesting. What's save do I
Very
have to make?
steadily, Ignis's eyes. It'll take as long as he can keep you there for a minute. It'll happen.
Yep.
Okay. And what saves do I make?
I think it's a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I think. Let me see. I'm gonna just put the spell in.
Let's see.
It's a
Must
wisdom
succeed a wisdom save
wisdom
throw and
saving
become
throw.
charmed by you for the duration. While the creature's charmed by you takes 5
So
damage.
you can always not do what I gears you to do, but you take damage every time you do.
Gotcha. So it's not like charmed in the sense of like I will
You
obey every one of
immediately
your
do.
commands. It's just like I will
Yeah.
still be aware of things and okay.
Hmm.
18?
I'm just gonna tell her, hey, hold. Spell save DC is 20.
Oh, do you have the Robe of the Arc Magi on right now?
Yep. And the
Dang!
staff of power.
An 18 wasn't enough. That was a high roll for me.
Yeah. Well, there's a whole minute that needs to be casting it. And you
Yeah.
said that you were already walking away.
I'm just gonna try to grab your attention. Hey, hold on a minute. You need to
Saran, yeah,
you
I
need to
would
think
even.
about this. Last time you went on your own, you almost got your mother killed. Do you want that to happen again, or to be a possibility again?
My mother's not
We
going
want
to
to
be
help,
there this time.
but we want to
It could
help
be
you
one of
out.
us instead.
And so what? I would risk one of you getting killed?
No, and it won't happen if we work together from the beginning. Saran, what has happened the last just few hours?
I just don't want
You had,
anyone else to get hurt.
so you are gonna get hurt instead.
And then you're gonna make us have to come after you, and then we're gonna get hurt. When it's more likely that none of us will get hurt if we work together from the beginning.
You don't have
Saran,
to do this.
this man is shrouded by much evil. I felt things. I followed the thread. I was there where he was. And off on the horizon, I felt an oozing, seeping evil. Demons. No, devils. Not many, but the ones that were there were potent.
If anyone wants
Yeah.
to roll insight on Saran,
I mean, Drake is curious what's going on with her.
24.
okay, that's good enough.
23. Yeah.
I'm trying to find ways to describe this. It seems as though she wants to hopefully convince him. Because she believes that there is good in him. But that he's put in a position where he's doing these things because he has to.
Saran, we know we weren't there with you. We don't know what happened necessarily, and between the two of you, but I can see that you care about him. And I don't even necessarily think that he is bad. If you believe in that, you don't believe in bad people. But it's going to be dangerous regardless. And he's going to need more than just you. If you truly care about him, you need us. And we need to work together.
Roll
The
persuasion.
minute has passed. The minute has passed, Ignis, so you know.
Okay. I'll just finish the casting and tell her, come with us first. We're going to Earth. We can address Varian's situation later.
You can see that
That's the
there's like
spell.
straining on her face. Do I make wisdom saves like every turn, or is it just
This
It's just a
is
one-time thing.
going to last for 30 days.
Uh-huh.
But do I make wisdom saves during the minute that it's being
No,
It's
Like,
the one
it's
roll.
it's it's
It's
the
a
one
one
time.
one thing.
that
Yep.
if you can choose to go against it, but then
You
Big
can tell there's
damage.
straining on her face and tears
Yeah.
starting to
if
well
you
up in
want,
her eyes.
so if you think that Saran would initially
I'll be right back.
go
You guys
against
keep going.
that, then you can. Think of how Saran would act. You yourself, as a character, as a player, knows that, right? That you can't necessarily just go about this, and if you kept on going against it, you would die.
Mm-hmm. But
But
yeah, you see strain on her face that she's trying to resist it. And you hear the words leave her mouth of, "I thought I could trust you."
I mean, Saran, that's what we're trying to do, is to show that you can trust us, not knowing what Igneous is doing, that he is forcing her.
Yeah. I don't think she knows either.
She feels that there's something that is keeping her from doing it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm guessing she can very correctly guess that it is Igneous, but there's no way for her to really know for sure.
Does subtle spell? Hold on, I'm gonna look at the subtle spell thing. Subtle spell. When you cast a spell, you can spend one sorcery point to cast it without any somatic or verbal components. Okay, yeah. So it doesn't even make any checks for perception or anything like that. It's just, it really is subtle.
It just happens. Mm-hmm.
You also hear her say, "Why?"
Okay, I'm back.
Saran, we trust us, won't fall apart in the next few days. We will come back, and we will do that. We will help you with that, because we know how important that is for you. Okay? But I didn't want to go either, because my sister is in Burial, and I don't know if she's alive or not, and I don't know how long I have to wait to hear about what happens.
I forgot about that. I guess that makes sense as to why he wants to wait so much.
Mm-hmm. But because of my friends, because of the talking that we did, I realized that I can't just sit here and do nothing, just waiting to see what happens.
Okay, at this point, make persuasion checks out of curiosity. This is going to
Persuasion.
determine what's going to happen next.
I will say Felix does approach you with that small section of thread in his hand. And he goes up and he wraps it around your finger and then ties it off in a little bow. For you, for safekeeping. Whenever you decide to go after him.
Okay. Igneous, since you've also been doing a lot of talking, you yourself can, I guess, try to persuade.
Wait, what? What is this again?
Because we've both been talking to her and trying to persuade her. So if you want to also roll persuasion.
What are we rolling persuasion for, though?
To, like, I don't know, because we're like, I guess he wants us to convince, even though you have kiosked him.
Well,
I guess I will roll, but I mean, Igneous doesn't really have any, because the only reason he was trying to talk to her is to prevent
Wow.
her from leaving.
Regardless of whatever
But
I roll for that, it's not going to be helpful.
21.
Yeah, that's much better.
So now what happens?
I set the DC to 20, and I'm kind of kind of ticked. Oh, we lost
Oh.
someone. We
That's
lost
Awesome.
Christian.
Oh no, it's Felina.
What?
Christian left a little while ago. He said
Yeah.
that he said he was getting tired. That was Felina instead.
Calypso.
Our, anyways,
She's gonna mutter kind of quietly. For those near her, make a perception check. It's gonna be a low DC, but
no, yeah,
Fine.
that's my 32.
okay. Thomas, your
Again,
character hears her mutter that she's not sure how much time they have though.
We know that we can go to whenever we want to with that thread there, but we don't know how long this intel that we have about Titanus, if it will stay and be good.
Suran wants her Hallmark movie moment. I mean, she's known the guy for like less than a day, and she's ditching
No,
us for
no.
him.
More than a day. Few days.
It's like
Okay, it's a
nearing
vacation.
3 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
About the length of it, Hallmark movie.
Anyway,
Okay, like we need to go, and we need your help. You're a great asset. You're strong and very capable, and we need you. We can't force you. Igneous smoked after that.
What's Igneous's reaction to that?
just very awkwardly like smile.
But
Hold on, I'm just gonna
All right,
roll
so-
Arcana to see if she knows. She knows. She knows what's going on.
no, you can't.
Because
I feel
it's
like you're
subtle
being.
spell.
You wouldn't.
No, but like she tried to like she felt
You just
felt
think-
a mental
I
strain.
think so. What
as she tried to
Saran
go
would this
against it.
be?
The issue is you didn't know a spell was cast, and you don't necessarily have any reason to believe a spell was cast.
And also, you wouldn't necessarily think that Igneous would do something.
But she
like
had it
that
in her
on
intentions to try to to run away, but she felt some sort of mental strain keeping her from doing that.
you.
The issue is it doesn't say that
So
because basically the way it works is, I mean, you feel like you have to, but you don't have any reason to not to believe that that's you wanting to, because you don't know anyone's influencing you because the subtle spell, right? If you saw some sort of magic happen,
Yeah.
and then suddenly that, but if it's just been this entire conversation,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have seen any chance for that even to have happened.
You would just maybe stay. Keep on going. Sorry.
I'm gonna say in the moment you probably wouldn't have the chance to find this out. I'm not saying it's impossible and you're never gonna know.
Okay, if that's the case, she would have tried to ignore Igneous's instructions and tried to have, because there's a strong desire for her to get this settled. What are your thoughts on that?
But have you haven't quite yet acted though in a manner that goes directly counter to his instructions.
That is true.
He did say stop.
Well, his instruction was come with them to Earth.
Yeah,
which
that was the instruction.
Whenever you end up betraying that, which is you're allowed to. I'm not saying the Gios is making it so you can't. But whenever, even if it comes to the chance where you actively don't go with them, then because he didn't tell you not to go to he said come with them.
I said come with us first, and we'll settle Varian's situation later.
Yeah. So if you choose to go Varian first, then it will activate.
Yeah. You just think that, right? That we've been talking to you, and you even had us roll persuasion, and we've persuaded you.
That is true.
Yeah, that's basically your take on it.
Gios is definitely one of the hard ones spell to think about. you as a character would
On a player
react to
basis,
it.
it's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, because like you know what's happening, and you want to be like, oh, well, I don't want to do that. And it's like, well, kind of.
Because like
Control.
it is a charming effect.
Yeah.
So you're not mind controlled.
You are charmed. So it's not quite as harsh.
Yeah.
So for the moment, I guess you wouldn't be aware that this is an external force. I'd say there's a chance for that to happen, especially if you end up taking that damage. But yeah, anyways, keep going.
She's gonna ask the question, how long will it take?
Well,
Don't know.
hopefully not too long.
True.
But
Better be no longer than an hour.
we're going to Earth, sweetie. It's gonna take more than an hour. But
this is why we need to go adventuring sooner.
Dyrachia is not gonna fall apart in an hour.
Yes, but the mana crystals might be out of reach within an hour. I
Oh,
don't know
these
for
things?
sure.
And I just pulled the mana crystal that I have. Talking about that.
She feels a bit taunted at this time.
That's the intention.
If you're trying to kill the relationship you had with Saran in terms of friendship and trust and all that stuff, you're doing a wonderful job.
I am not, but I mean, and I'm like, I have this and the other one. I think with the right spell we can locate the whole thing.
So why don't we do that now? Take care of it quickly.
Because we don't have the right spell. Do you have the right spell?
I do not.
That's right. I also don't. I don't know why I thought that was Felix coughing a hairball, but he is careless.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He just hacks out a blood clot.
He's still got the instincts, maybe. So all the blankets in the house, he's just when he goes to bed, he's got this nice fur blanket that he licks. And he hawks up a hairball made of like this beige fur.
He licks his blankets.
And he's going to bed. He's laying down. He's doing that like regular cat routine.
Yeah,
it's unconscious. He doesn't.
You know when cats like lick themselves, and if you put your hand near them, they like are like almost in like just lick mode, so they're not paying attention to what they're licking. So they'll just start licking your hand repeatedly.
Right.
He likes that. He's like cleaning his arm, and then he goes over to the fur blanket.
Anyways,
so he coughs a hairball into the ground and kicks it behind him.
Yeah.
Hoping no one saw.
Brian, are you still there? I don't know if Brian fell asleep.
He might have fallen asleep,
yeah.
I would say with that persuasion check, you've persuaded her enough to, I guess convince her to not run away in this moment in time, but not yet enough to, because it's something that's going to be a hard check for her, especially with, the fact that it could be a few days before settling things with Titanus.
I think
we may be able to also find more information if, well, what it seems that they are connected since it's Mammon.
I doubt that's the case.
And maybe be even better prepared.
Yeah.
We could be even stronger after this too.
I
Find
think
information. I don't know. All of it makes sense to me.
Well, I think. Well, Saran, I'm gonna go to see my father here real quick. I think maybe you should go back and help out a little bit more, and we're gonna need Xantras's help to get to Earth. So, if you would be able to maybe come, either we'll come to you or you come to us with him. We need to.
Given that there's a lot of given that she's being yeast right now, there's a lot of conflicting emotions running through her head, like as she's just like kind of like no yes type thing, going between things. Because like it's in one hand it's being she's charmed to do something, and on the other hand it's like I don't want to do that, I want to do this, but then it's just
in charge. But we'll meet back here tomorrow around this time, and get ready. Everyone else, get ready, and we'll be heading out tomorrow. Be interesting going back to Earth after all this time.
you just hear Saran mutter under her breath again, but we don't have time.
Drake is just not gonna respond to that. Be like, anyways, all right, Jin, take me there. She's like, all right, cool.
Sweet. Aster and Drake step into the teleportation circle that
Yeah.
Jin has been holding on to for the past like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
And
sorry, Jin.
she releases it. A bright flash envelops you both, and you appear in the tree.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
If you
no.
want-
He set up in a different room. There's like a place off to the side, I think.
Yeah.
There's like almost like an old temple or old building. You appear in such building.
Yeah.
In this part of the world, I think it's probably still light out. Sun's probably,
What is
It's fairly, because it's like probably it was like what 8 o'clock.
by the
It
time
may
you finish dinner,
be-
it's probably closer to 9.
that may
But it's-
mean it's like early morning, I think.
No, it's not that much of it.
Oh wait,
Well, it's quite a difference. We're talking about
It's
because this
like
is the tip of
it's
South
early.
America.
I think it's still like early afternoon.
It's the tip
I'd
of
say.
South America.
and we were in.
I mean, the time difference
Western
between
Europe.
us and Britain is like pretty significant.
Isn't it's like 6 hours.
So this
Like
where Udred is basically around where Bogota, Colombia is. So what are the time difference between Bogota and what you guys are probably are near? Let's see. Let's go with Germany. So whatever the time difference between Germany and Bogota is.
Ugh. Yeah, it's either like noon, early afternoon. Whatever that would be.
Germany is 7 hours ahead of Bogota, Colombia.
Okay.
So
yeah, it's noon.
it is
Well,
noon, yes.
You said it's
Like
9
noon or 1.
right now.
It's 9, so it's
It'll be 2. It'll be 2.
Oh, okay.
So sun's pretty high in the sky. It is getting late, and Felina's logged off for the night, so we could save this for next time.
We can save that for next time. That's fine.
Sweet. I'm glad you guys got your heading now. You know the plan is. This is nice. I like seeing you guys actually. I'm glad I finally gave you guys the chance to take it in a direction you fully chose to do. So this will be fun.
Be interesting.
Got a few things on the docket to take care of.
Do you end the recording, Spencer?
Yeah, I can.
All three of you. So